Okay, so this is going to be a BX playtest. Essentially, we've created this adventure. The theme was visiting a lost shrine. So we're gonna start this off. Effectively, you guys, your party of six, has been hired as an escort to the Baron Freshgarden. His young daughter has been sick for some months now, and none of the clerics, nobody's been able to really help her recover from this strange disease. So one of his trusted advisors went off and spoke to a seer who looked and spoke to those on another plane who said that the only way to heal somebody with such an affliction is to bathe in the waters of an ancient shrine, a shrine lost to history. But with some research, the Baron is located, where the shrine is. It sits in a small cove on a large inland sea, surrounded primarily by swamp. It is on an island, not far from shore. He has gathered up 10 of his regular soldiers, his daughter, of course, some advisors, and you, to head out to this location. Your mission is to go into this shrine and make sure it's safe to bring, a sickly girl and a baron who probably can't defend himself very much over there. So you've been traveling now for a few weeks through this swampy area. As you kind of come, closer, you can tell you're getting closer and closer. You feel more wind coming in because there's less trees. As you kind of enter onto what could be maybe described as a beach of kind of an interesting cove, and you can see out in front of you, about maybe 200 yards out into the water, you see a large island. It has a very small beach. And then after that, it's just straight cliffs, 200 feet up in the air. But on top of that, you see it's forested. From the legends that the shrine sits atop these cliffs. And as the Baron's men look around for some trees to cut down to make some kind of raft or whatever, you guys look around and you see some rough docks. And on those docks, they're attached as one kind of canoe. It looks like this canoe has been put together using, it's like a hollowed out tree canoe. But before we get to that, let's circle around and get your characters introduced. So I'll go through. You guys can tell me a little bit about your characters, maybe what inspired you to do such a quest, if it's not just gold. Yeah, we'll start with Nikki. Tell us about your character.
I'm playing Ovu Whitpool. Ovu is a fighter. He has been adventuring for a little while now. He has a retainer with him named, because it gave me a retainer, so named Gerxel, who has a spear and a shield. And he is in this, in part for the gold, but also because despite his fierce visage, he is generally cares about people. And he wants to see if someone's sick, that they maybe get better. And he looks over and says, "More days in the swamp, Gerxel. More days in the swamp. Maybe one of these boats could be helpful to us." And that's Ovu.
Excellent. Tony, tell us about your character.
Lumar Gichines. There's nothing really special about her. She's fair-skinned with this short, close-cropped red hair. But she always seems to be in the jovial mood most of the time. Gets along with most of whoever she's working with or around. She seems to be somewhat of a learned person also, but she doesn't speak of her background much or where she come from. But she's decided that when a call come out to go and help this Baron, that hopefully that she would find maybe a little extra coin or a little extra something here that the Baron and his family would not want. So they're hoping that maybe she makes a little bit of extra that she can go back to the city and spend on something more valuable to her. But everybody usually just calls her Lum. And that is Lum, the thief.
Lum, the thief. Excellent. Sure, and as per all adventurers' contracts, whatever excess treasure you find is yours. Crystal, tell us about your character.
Plinkastal Cogwin, likely leading the pack, even though she's dressed head to toe in plate armor. She's a dragonborn, and she has come out on this quest because her clan leaders think that it would be good diplomatic relations to have this father in the clan, the clan of favor. So Clink, as everyone calls her because of her heavy armor, has done so. She pulls back on her top fin, which just pops right back up, and she says, "Do you think we're getting any closer? My skills itch for combat." And that is Clink.
Yeah, it's been pretty deserted in the swamp as you've been traveling through. You have the occasional, lizard or even maybe something slightly larger scurries off as a party approaches. It's a pretty large party. Most animals stay away. So, yeah. Rush, tell us about your character.
So I am playing a character called Rail Grand, who is a young magician, and he is excuse me, he is tagging along on this expedition more just because it's not so much that he's after gold or anything of that like. It's more just adventuring means experience. It means more practice with his magic, and it also means more opportunity to find and discover magical artifacts and creations and things that he can study and learn, and that's really pretty much the end all of his entire reasoning. He's an average build guy, average height, kind of scruffy, unkempt hair with a small goatee, and carries belts with pouches all over to hold ingredients and trinkets and anything else that he finds interested. And aside from that, he carries his staff and a spell book.
Excellent. Mo, tell us about your character.
I'm playing Zelda Saywick. She is a human cleric. She has brown hair, piercing blue eyes, and she's just an ordinary human, at least in her own eyes. But the reason for her grouping with this party is her poor little village, Lufenfeld, has come on hard times, and she's come out to venture and hope to help people as well, because she is a human cleric. But her main goal is to try to get as much money as she can to take them back to the village, so her village can be more prosperous and she'll be able to help feed everybody.
Awesome. And rounding out the party, Young, tell us about your character.
You see a gritty-looking warrior clad in chainmail, and he's tagging along, walking right next to Clink. He fastens his sword girdle and checks his sword pommel and taps Clink on the shoulder. He says, "I see that you're eager to fight, but combat will, without a doubt, find us. Evil is bound, and a worthy battle is just around the corner, I'm certain." And that is Sir Oliver Servier, a paladin.
Excellent. Okay, yeah, so like I say, you come to this shore. I'm going to show you a map. I think it worked. I was trying to test it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you're looking at... effectively, you guys are down by that dock. All the way to the right. You see that little red? There's like a little dock there with a canoe on it. They're pretty rough looking, these docks, and you can see that each square on this is 10 yards. So the main kind of block in the middle that says 200 feet on top of it, that's what I was talking about, the kind of cliffs, sheer cliffs going straight up to the top. and on top it's forested. So you're looking at however far away that is, but maybe a couple hundred yards out. And this is now, you're effectively at a beach. So it's kind of like muddy, but it's starting to firm up. And then it kind of drops off into what is a cove, and you can actually smell the fresher air and the fresher water out here as you're kind of looking out with the swamp behind you and this island in front. And the one of the Baron's advisors moves forward, and he says, he looks down at his the kind of the rough drawings that he's made from some of the books that they had looked at, and he says, "This looks to be the place. And how fortuitous there is a boat here. Ha! Though I don't know if we could all fit, but the men will build some more rafts as per your contract, as you will make sure it's secure for us. You've done well so far. Let's see if we can get the daughter healed and back home safely."
Yeah. How deep is it here?
It droops down. If you walk right up to the shore, it's not that deep, but you can see it's like if you take a stick and start probing it, it starts to drop pretty quickly. You would imagine that by the time it's about 5 or 6 feet out, it's really like probably at least waist deep on a human. So it's like it drops.
Okay.
You would imagine this canoe, not because of its size, but because of its structure and being so thin or whatever. In fact, you guys are armored and stuff. It probably wouldn't hold more than 3 of you safely.
Lum is going to walk up between Clink and Oliver and go pat them both in the back and go, "Well, you heard the Baron's man. He needs some strong men to help cut some of the trees or something to build more of these canoes for us. It would probably be you two would be best to help them." And she's going to walk towards this canoe that's already there, and she wants to inspect it.
Okay. Yeah, so you walk out, and you can see that this dock is, it's definitely, when you walk out, you think like a dock might have like flat planks. This is made of like, the timber looks cut, but it's not flattened. It's like little like logs, almost like you might find on like a rough bridge going out. And you can see that it's a little unsteady. It doesn't like fall over or anything when you walk on it, but you can tell that you need to be a little bit delicate walking on it because it starts to shift. And you walk over to the canoe, and it is, it looks like a relatively large log that's been scraped and then burnt out. You can see inside there are 2 paddles, and as well as some net that looks like it's woven from some kind of natural fibers, like a fishing net.
Does it appear that it's been there for some time, or what?
No, you can actually smell kind of that fishy smell on it, like there's been this net has been used pretty recently. It doesn't smell rotted. It smells that kind of fresh, fishy smell. And the boat itself looks like it has like some mud in it and stuff. So no, it doesn't look. It looks like it's pretty new.
Yep, she'll just take note of that and walk back to see what Clink and Oliver, if they're going to help out.
Certainly, I can help too.
Okay, you guys want
to help make rafts if we need to. Or he offers to. I can always carry one of you on my shoulders, as I'm a large, strapping man, and walk in the water and take one of you over. The rest of you use rafts and canoes if you want.
Anybody want to? You could wait for the rafts to be built. It'll probably take a couple hours, but they're setting up camp. Or you could do whatever you like. You could swim or walk over, I guess, or take the canoe.
Zelda's not liking the idea of swimming. She would prefer taking one of the canoes or helping to make other canoes if needed.
Okay. So does everybody just want to wait until the boat's built?
If that's what people want, I'll help build them.
Mm-hmm.
How many canoes are there at the moment?
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll hold 3 people at a time, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We
Yeah,
better
and
get
you
to
would build rafts,
building a
take a couple
raft.
hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oliver's gonna go over there and chop down some trees, try and rope them together to make a raft.
Awesome. Okay, Young, roll a d6 while you're out here to see if anything occurs.
Mm-mm.
I roll 5.
Yeah, it's the process goes pretty quickly, and within about half an hour, they've got like a rough enough the first raft. I mean, they're building more of them because they got to bring everybody over, but they build a raft that's big enough that you could fit 3 of you on there. So that plus the canoe would get you across. All 6 of you across if you want to take the canoe.
Nice.
Yeah, Lom offers to go in the canoe that's already there because she's not sure about the craftsmanship of the newest one.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, assuming everybody's moving along, will you guys load into the raft and the canoe and work your way across? The water is pretty calm. I mean, you can see some waves kind of coming in a little bit, but you think this cove is probably set back a decent amount because it also opens up pretty wide. Like as you come out, it starts to really open up, and as you move towards the island, for lack of a better word, you can see that the beach that's there is kind of this like blackish gray sand, and you kind of work your way up and pull the boats up onto the shore, and you can see that it's pretty long. I mean, this whole thing is like maybe 300 yards or whatever, and the beach is pretty long, goes across the front of it, and the wall it's rough. Like for instance, like a thief could pretty easily climb to the top, with a thief roll, but anybody else would be very difficult to climb up without some kind of support. However, you do see a cave set in the bottom of it. So
Yeah,
you're kind of at a
Lom
beach.
she'll turn around to the rest of them and go, well, I know it's one of you that was talking about it. I know one of y'all have a special rope that helps you climb easier. Do you think maybe it would come in handy here?
Certainly. I would be happy to share its usage with all of you. It's my rope of climbing. And he pulls it out and shows it to the rest of the party.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at the kind of the sheer wall going up, and it would definitely extend up 50 feet and tie itself off magically, but then you'd only be about a quarter of the way up. Like there's no sufficient ledge to stop at, basically, from that point. You'd need like a lot of rope if you want to climb all the way to the top.
What about you, Lum? Are you saying you can't climb that high?
Well, it's pretty high up there. I mean, I guess I could try to climb up some. I could take his rope and tie it off to part of it, but
Well, if you already have a rope of your own, we could probably tie it to my magical rope and use my magical rope to have it tie itself up on top.
how much rope do we need, Daniel? You said roughly?
It's about 200 feet or so up to the top.
Yeah, I mean, she's got the standard 50, so I guess that's 100.
Link
Yeah,
has 50.
I'll show you the map again. I think that's it, right? Yep, that's it. You see the map, right? I don't know if you can see my mouse though. Could you see my mouse?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you can. Okay. Yeah. So you guys are like here on the beach where you just landed. There is a cave here, of course, and then of course this is what I'm talking about, the sheer cliff going straight up to the top. And this is about 200 feet up. There is another little island over there that's only about 100 feet tall, but that's not connected as far as you can tell.
Maybe we should just see if there's a way up from the cave.
Well, why don't you? Do you smell anything over there at the cave? I mean, you've got pretty good senses usually.
Do I smell anything at the cave?
How close do you want to get? Are you gonna walk right up to the edge of it? Or are you just gonna stand where you
Yeah,
are?
I'll walk over there.
Okay. The cave smells basically the same way that everything else smells. It smells like kind of the sea. It's much cleaner than the air is from the swamp, but it still has that kind of like that air that you have like over the water. You can smell some fish maybe. Yeah. However, as you're kind of like standing there, you pick up like just a little bit of like an acidy smell. Like as you're kind of thinking about it, and you're kind of looking around, and you notice that because you're only looking at, you're kind of standing next to the cave, so you're kind of looking at it at an angle, just at the edge where you can kind of see into the cave a little bit, kind of on one of the walls, kind of high up, you could see what looks to be a kind of a reflective, wet green moss or something attached to the wall.
Hmm.
I say, Grexel, give me your spear, and I'll use the spear to touch the moss.
Oh, you're gonna, okay, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you kind of walk up, and it'll require you walking across the cave to get to it because it's on the other side. But
Okay, I can do that.
yeah, okay, yeah. You walk across, and you can probably look in when you walk across, and you can see that it's a pretty large cave with some rubble and stuff inside. And yeah, you touch this mossy area with the spear, and it immediately like clings to the spear, and like you actually feel the weight of it as it kind of grabs onto the spear, and you actually can see the tip of the spear just melt off, and the slimy slop just falls to the ground, and it's working its way down the spear.
Okay, I take it. I run back out of the cave, douse the spear in any water I see, or like try to get it off.
There's a lake. Yeah.
Yeah, the lake, and then hand it back to Grexel and say, "Well, it's a quarterstaff now, but we have learned that we don't want to touch that stuff." And I eyeball the rest of the group.
Indeed.
Yeah, and you saw when you were in there that there were a few patches of it, because when you looked in, there was a couple of patches kind of on the walls, but it wasn't like completely covered. There was just like some areas where it was.
Yeah, I'll say we need to avoid this stuff, guys, as you probably noticed. So.
As you bravely ran away.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get melted.
No one ever does.
All right.
Well, Gron, darling, don't you usually have some information in your books about maybe what that is that's causing that?
The only information in my books is, well, spells and whatnot. So, and is it someplace? Is it in a place where I can see it, or do I have to go in there up to it?
No, you can see it because somebody plopped it on the ground right near the front of the cave. You can take a look at it.
Can I take a look at it, see if I can manage to figure anything out?
Yeah, roll d20. Try to get under your intelligence, equal to or under your intelligence.
Okay. I got a 9 under 17.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, you look at it. You've either seen this before, or maybe in a lab, or read about it, or maybe on an adventure, and you know that this is just very creatively called green slime, and it effectively, whatever it touches, for the most part, except for stone, it will begin to transmute into slime, including people's heads and such. And while it's not really intelligent, it knows enough to kind of fall on its prey. So it often clings to walls and falls upon people's heads.
So I will pass all of that information over to everyone. Say, whoever named it certainly wasn't imaginative, but the organism itself is actually quite interesting. It dissolves everything but stone, but it has no brain, no sentience, but it does know that it is just smart enough to know to cling to walls and ceilings and drop upon you should you pass under it.
Well, then
It makes me wonder now, is the whole cave full of it? If we keep going in there, maybe it'd be a whole cave of it. We would get caught.
Well, considering the risk, I think our original idea of climbing up the cliff may be even safer. Have we enough ropes to connect together?
Although, what I've heard of this stuff is, I'm not quite so sure you would find an entire complex covered in it. Certainly, as long as it wasn't over your head and you didn't have to pass underneath it, you would probably be okay. If it's on the wall, you simply don't touch the wall. It's that easy.
We have to make sure that the place is clean, clear of these hazards for us to bring the daughter.
Yeah, you would know too. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt, but you would know too, based on that, it was a really good roll rush. It's pretty easily killed with fire.
Yes. Yeah. So the fire should definitely do the trick.
Oh, I have some torches.
Me too, Clink.
Fire does tend to be the great equalizer, does it not?
How does it affect armor and weapons?
Well, you saw what happened to the spear, didn't you? My God, man, pay attention. It turned a spear into a quarterstaff. The head of the spear is now lying in the lake.
Yep. But we can maybe shoot arrows with fire or throw a torch.
I'll just stick a torch to it, should be fine. Just don't touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Clink, you have that big long pole arm there. Maybe you could have put the torch to the end of that and just reach up and touch it.
Yep, that's a good idea. You always come up with the best ideas, Lum.
Well, sometimes.
Clink is actually going to ask to trade. She's going to go over to Gristle and say, here, take this polearm and let me have that spear. I'll just use it to tie a torch to. No need to destroy a good polearm.
Oh,
And then
Grixel will happily do that, yes.
And then she will take that spear shaft and tie a torch to it, light it up, and move into the cave like flaming the ceiling and sort of the walls.
Okay, yeah. You step into the cave entrance, and it is it's pretty wide. I mean, it's almost like 60 feet wide. It drops back about 40 feet. You see 4 pretty obvious spots now because you're looking for it. It's like kind of up on the wallish area, and you're able to walk up, from a distance with the torch and burn out the slime. To a point where you feel like it's gone. You look around, you see a couple of things. To your left as you're looking in, so to the south, there's a well-formed hallway, like an actual cut hallway. This is a cave that you're in, but there's a well-formed hallway of stone going deeper into the complex. To the north, there's another hall, but in front of it is broken up stone. But when you're looking at it, it doesn't look like the stone came like from the ceiling or whatever, because it looks like it's carved. Like it's carved stone that's now shattered and laying on the ground near in front of this passageway to the north.
I go inspect the stone.
Okay. Yeah, when you're looking at this. Okay. Anybody else before I jump into this? No.
I would go and protect my squishy friend.
Okay. Yeah. So you move up, Ral, and you could see you're looking at this thing, and you again, it's weird because it's like cut stonework, but then it's shattered, and you realize that this was some kind of stone door that probably blocked that passageway and has been destroyed somehow. It looks like it was smashed. You can actually see marks on it where it looks like pickaxes or like rough stone, and it's not perfectly smashed, like neat chinks, like a pickaxe would do, but almost like a blunt, like a rock against rock. So it looks like somebody smashed down the stone door to get into that corridor at some point.
I turn back to the others and I say, well, it appears this is the remnants of a stone door that was blocking this way, but apparently someone wanted to get in here so badly. This is they smashed it to pieces.
It seems.
I was to say, and they didn't use pickaxes either. They used hammers and other pieces of stone and blunt objects. So apparently, whatever they were trying to pass through to find what they wanted really badly.
Clink wants to examine the doorway. Does it look like there's like a lock or anything that used to be there?
The other doorway, the one that's not near the rubble?
No, the one near the rubble. She wants to
No.
check. Okay.
No,
She
it looks like
says-
this was probably a slab that just sat in front of the entranceway. How it opened or closed is unclear.
Well, she'll still acknowledge that. She'll say, it doesn't look like there was any locking mechanism in place. I wonder why they smashed it open and not just moved it aside.
Well, I imagine a stone door's rather heavy, and they probably figured they probably tried to move the door. When the door wouldn't budge, they did what people tend to do. They can't get it to do what they want, so they just beat the piss out of it till it fell apart.
Well, perhaps it's the way up. Let's go in there and find out where it leads. And Oliver goes in there.
Link will follow and she will pull her sword.
Okay, you got you can see in the dark, of course, but Oliver can't. You're going to go in with the torch, or how are you going to handle that? If you got the torch stick in one hand and the sword in the other?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go in. It's not very long. It kind of bends, so you couldn't really see very deeply into it at first, but it's only about 30 feet long, and you kind of go in and it bends. And it opens up into a square chamber. It's a carved chamber. It looks like it's well carved. It's not, well, you don't have any dwarf with you, but you wouldn't imagine it's like dwarven made, because it's basic, but it's certainly, intelligent species made this from stone. In this room, there are stone benches along the walls, so it's a 30-foot square room. There's stone benches along the walls. There are, above the stone benches, you see stains of rust, and a couple of remnants of what appear to be some kind of hooks, like you might want to hang something on, that were metal at one point, and they have since rusted away from age. Otherwise, there's an exit to the room to your left, which would be west, and nothing else is in the room.
What are these? Clink, do you have any idea? And he points at those metal hooks.
Before Clink goes further, Clink is going to check the roof.
Yeah, you look up. The roof in here is about 9 feet tall. It is actually a worked roof, and more to the reason why you asked, there's no green slime on the roof.
Okay. And she'll go over to the hooks, and she scratches back her fin a little bit. Well, no, she has her sword in hand, so she doesn't do that. Yeah. No, she just she looks and she says, I don't know, maybe to hang something from, like prisoners, or
They're more
Yeah, I
narrow
think-
than that.
I think what it is, Clink, it's probably one of those places where those holier than our church going people, like clerics and paladins, where they usually hang the heretics from.
I'm sure you're quite familiar with that, Lum.
Yes, I was hung from one, but guess what? I escaped.
Well, it seems like whatever was kept in here must have done the same.
Or the flesh rotted away to nothing.
Clink will check the floor. Are there any bones or anything on the ground?
Nope. You notice as you're looking at the floor, like under the benches, you see a couple of kind of pieces of leather. And if you're kind of looking at them, it probably takes a second to like put two and two together, but they look like they're the soles, or like they're the size of feet. Like possibly they were some kind of sandal, but of course the cloth that holds the sandal has long since rotted, but the leather is dried up and stayed. So you actually see like what is effectively some remains of a pair of sandals.
Interesting. Well, someone sat or stood here once. Is it under one of those hooks?
It's under the bench.
Oh,
No, it's not. It's not under a hook. Well, I mean, these hooks are all along the wall. So it's close to a hook, but it's not directly under one. No.
Well, someone once sat here.
It is a bench. Is there a way out of here? He looks around.
Yeah, to the west, there's another passageway.
Yeah. He hands his torch over to somebody who's willing to carry it. I'd rather carry my shield than this torch, just in case we're beset by something unexpected.
Zelda will hold it for the time being.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So you take the torch and, so you can walk through full, better prepared for an attack. When you go through the doorway or look through the doorway, you can see that it goes about 20 feet. Then it looks like it opens up both to your left and right, so north and south, both into rooms. So it's like a short hallway that ends with a wall right in front of you, and then to either side of you, there's two relatively large rooms. And you can see in those rooms actually with enough torchlights. So what you see in those rooms are what appear to be pallets, and on the very old and kind of rotted pallets, and on them you see some what appear to be maybe blankets, probably wool based on the way that they've survived. They're mostly rotted now though, and they're kind of laying across there. So effectively beds, old beds. And this is in both sides. So 2 rooms on either side, basically lined with beds.
Must have been a sleeping quarter for whoever lived here.
Mom wants to take a dagger and pry up under those blankets, pick them up and look under them.
Okay. Yeah, you lift it up and you can see that the pallets were made of some kind of furs or something that have now they're completely disintegrated. So you just kind of see the remains of maybe what looks like skin or whatever from the furs underneath. And then under that, there was probably branches or something that have long since disintegrated. So when you pick up the blanket, though, you kind of pick it up and it kind of tatters and falls apart. Looks like that it's been here quite a while and that nobody's really been messing with it.
Nothing here of any value.
Yeah. Sybil, you would actually, looking at this, you in your clerical studies and everything, this doesn't look unfamiliar. You think that this kind of looks like the quarters that certain kinds of monks might reside in, very, very basic sleeping quarters for religious sects that are, sworn to poverty. And besides the beds, basically on either side, you've got basically you come through. There's 2 rooms like this on either side, and then it goes back together into a hallway that extends further to the west. But otherwise, after spending a couple turns in here, looking around, all there really are is pallets. There's no sign of life in here or treasure. At that.
Some pallets and a paladin. Looks around and continues on, heading west.
The paladin makes a terrible pun, and everybody moves on.
Yeah. I kind of roll my eyes at Lum.
Oh.
Okay, paladins,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see, you move to the west. The corridor extends down about 30 or so feet, and then kind of just turns slightly to the. You're going west, so it turns slightly to the southwest and continues further than your torchlight will go. But you're kind of moving along through the corridor for another few minutes, looking around. You can just basically see that this place is fairly dusty. Doesn't seem like there's been much coming through here. There are areas where the dust has kind of moved around, but nothing where it seems to be any solid tracks or anything. And eventually it opens up into a room that runs north to south. You're coming in from the north side. It's 20 feet wide by about 60, 70 feet long. And on the west wall, so to your left, to your right rather, there are 4 statues. They are they're of men. They're human, basically sized. They're in simple robes, and each is holding a spear. They're kind of standing almost like you would imagine, like a guard, and they're looking to the east. On the east wall, about halfway down the room, so about 40 foot down, there's a passageway that extends off to the east. And if you were to go the full length of the room down to the other side, the passage continues to the south.
So there are 2 men or 2 statues?
4 statues.
4 statues.
Yep.
4 stitch. Okay.
And they're just pretty much plain. I mean, not anything ornate about them.
Nope. Well, they're made of crystal. As you get closer, you can see the reflection. They seem to be made of crystal, so they're almost like translucent. It doesn't look like it might be quartz or something. So they're I mean, because of the quantity of it, it might be valuable, but it's not a valuable stone, and they're not ornamented in any way with valuables. The spears that they're holding are also crystal. The whole thing is crystal, basically, and they're just standing on the ground. They're not even on pedestals, and they're identical. By the way, I should mention, as you look at them, they're human. You can tell by looking at them. They're slightly of a different like heritage than you all are. Possibly, you're in a different part of the world here, but they're clearly humans. They're not elves or anything like that. And they're all standing with their eyes closed and holding the spears.
Well, Whitpool, darling, you could break one of these off for your friend to use. He could use a crystal spear.
Yes.
Well, he's got a pole arm. Also, I'm fairly sure if we break off one of those limbs, that statue is going to come to life.
Oh, what makes you say that?
Wow. I've had experience with these kinds of things before.
You're too paranoid, Clink. It's just a set of statues. But
Well,
from the appearance, the place must have been a home to some monastic order. But the way they stand, it seems like they're standing vigil. And they're watching or facing that direction. And
Well-
he points to the pathway that's heading east.
well, Clink, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just chip off one of the toes off one of them. And if he does come alive, at least he'll be handicapped and won't be able to walk as fast as the others.
Whatever you want to do, Lum. They're also all closing their eyes. Maybe we should try closing our eyes.
You go right ahead.
Link will close her eyes and see if anything happens.
Is there any kind of maybe inscription on them, or is just the statues by themselves with nothing around it?
That's a good question. So you're looking around, and you're kind of looking at the statues. They all pretty much seem the same. There's 4 of them, and as you're kind of moving from the second to the third, you're kind of looking at them. You see that between the second and third statues, there is actually what appears to be a panel on the wall that like it matches the wall perfectly. Like it's definitely concealed. That looks like it could be some kind of a passageway, but there's no writing.
Okay. But there is a passageway.
It looks like there's a secret passageway there. It seems like it's sealed, and you don't see a handle on it, so you're not exactly sure how you'd open it. But there seems and it is directly across from the hallway to the east.
How far away is the passageway? Like from us?
Oh, you're standing right in front of it.
Oh, we're standing right in front. Okay, so she's going to take
well,
a
you
look
are.
at the. Yeah, she's going to take a look at the passageway and just. Well, you said that there's it's
like,
locked, right? But we can't tell if
Yeah, it's
there's a
almost like-
handle on it.
Yeah, if you imagine if you were like, if you ever seen like a cubby hole, so like you can see the edges of it, but but you can't see any way to like open it. There's no handle. You just see the edges of what is probably a door. But there doesn't seem to be a way to open it from this position, anyways.
She's going to take a look at it.
Okay. It looks like it's been sealed with wax.
You say wax?
Yep. It looks like the crack's been filled in complete with wax.
Okay, so because she's still holding the torch, she's going to just in one little small area, she's going to hold the flame of the torch just in the one small area because she doesn't want to completely open the door yet, but she's curious to see if maybe it's just like regular wax. like you would just melt with flame.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you do that. You hold the torch in one area, and you do see the wax starting to bubble up and melt. And then after a couple seconds, the torch actually flickers a little bit as if air is moving past the torch through the crack, basically.
Okay. So she's going to look at everyone and says, look, there's something behind this door, and it looks like it's just sealed with wax. See how it's melting? Should we try to open it?
Well, that would be something Whitpool and Clink would have to do for us, I would imagine.
Yes, I would be happy to open it.
Clink will say, I think I'm onto something here. I'm feeling a bit of holiness radiating within me as my eyes are closed.
Well, Oliver, then, do you want to help open the door?
Yeah, I'll let Clink relish in that sacred serenity for a little while. Good luck to you, pal. And he helps out in opening the door.
Okay, you guys can each roll an open door check.
Okay.
So that's a D6 based on your
D6,
strength.
yeah.
While they're doing that, Lum is kind of bored, so she's going to actually take one of her daggers and go over to one of those crystal statues and like cheek at the toe and the foot of one of them and see if it breaks off some of it.
Okay, yeah. You could do that, sure. Yeah, you're able to do it. If you put the dagger on, then you click it. I mean, a piece will break off.
Roll.
Yeah,
Yep,
the
she'll
whole
break
toe
off a
doesn't
piece and take it with her.
Okay. I'm sorry, Jan. What did you get?
I rolled 1.
Okay,
and
yeah, that definitely is.
Yeah.
I did not. I failed completely. Whitpool is not a good door opener. I'm more of a basher than an opener. I rolled a 6.
It says pull on it, and you're like pushing.
Pushing.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's perfect. So yeah, you guys are pushing at the door, and then it actually the wax kind of cracks a little bit, and the door just like slides in. It slides in like about 4 feet, and then then you feel like a tingling in your fingers, and then it raises up into the ceiling, into like a slot above. And you can see through it, and it looks like it opens up into a chamber. And in that chamber, you can feel now the air behind you kind of coming into it, almost like this has obviously not had any fresh air in it in a while. You can actually, feel the stale air kind of in the inside mixing now with the fresher air from where you are. And as you're kind of looking in there, we bring the torch forward, you look in. This is a pretty large room. It's maybe 80 feet north to south, about 50 feet east to west. You're kind of dead center on the east wall. And in the center of this room is a sarcophagus. It appears to be wooden, like a dark wood. It's sitting on like there's a simple stone, like dais essentially. And you see that there are 2 baskets sitting in front, like at the feet of the sarcophagus is facing with its feet towards you. At the head and the foot of the sarcophagus, but on the ground, not on the dais, are 2 baskets, and the one closest to you can see has gold in it. The other one's too far away to see what's in it. And on the simple wooden sarcophagus, you see that there are 4 gemstones that are like basically implanted in it. Otherwise, the room is absolutely empty, as far as you can tell. As you're kind of looking around, it looks like it's completely empty.
As Clink smells the fresh air and everything, she opens her eyes and says, "Ah, look, my waiting around has caused the door to open."
Whitpool, what are you you're kind of gasping about? What do you see in there? If it's
I see some sort of sarcophagus with gems, and you said gold too, right?
Yeah, there's a basket of gold, and there's another basket that you can't see. Like, we can't see what's in it.
And gold, my gold-loving friend.
oh well, let's go in there.
I agree. Why? When I look at the sarcophagus, it's not rotted or anything. The wood looks solid.
As far as are you going to walk right up to it?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean, who else is going in there?
Oh, Lum is right on top of Buck to push Whitpool out of the way.
I figured with the gold and all that.
You
It was
see
close.
Oliver. You see Oliver shaking his head, and he's like, "Must you vandalize every sacred place that you come upon? This is a tomb, probably of a holy man.
Oh.
Should we not focus on our mission to cleanse the place?
How do you know it's a
Oh.
holy man and not an evil man?
It is guarded by statues of monks."
Oliver, you never know when to put your foot in your mouth. It's a good time right now.
It's possible the baskets might be an offering. I don't know if we should touch them.
Lum is going to start trying to pry some of those gems loose.
Okay. Yeah, so you go in there and Ovo goes in there. Everybody else is staying out in the hall.
Idea is I'm gonna come through, and as I pass
Okay.
under the door, I'm gonna like mention it's like, oh, that's quite a feat of engineering, isn't it? And then as I come into the room and I hear the discussion about the gold, of course, Rail doesn't really carry the way, although money is nice. He hears Oliver talk, and you can tell that he's like, oh, the man may have a point. Then when Sebel talks about it could be an offering and we shouldn't touch him, he just kind of looks over her and he's like, my dear, I'm afraid that the baskets are about to indeed be touched, and in the most inappropriate manner.
Okay, nice. All right, so you get up there and start. So when you get up to the sarcophagus, yeah, it's absolutely not rotted at all. It's like it's shiny as if it was just lacquered like the other day. It's like perfectly preserved, which you can tell. So you go up there, Lum, and you see that there are 4 gems. One of them is quite large, as big as your fist. So then they go down slowly in size. The largest one is near the head of the where you would imagine the head would be of the person in the sarcophagus. Then it goes down.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, we're
assuming
going to start with the
going for
largest one.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, so you start prying that out, and you hear the people in the hallway here at first as the 4 statues in the hallway animate, and they turn, and of course they see you guys in the hallway, and you're going to get attacked first because you're the first people they see, even though you're not the looters. The statues aren't very smart.
No, they're just doing their job, turn and kill.
I just wanted to see if it was, rotted.
Yeah, well, you guys were in the room. Okay, so these 4 statues turn. I mean, they actually have an increased chance of surprising, but I mean, you were on the lookout for them, so I'm not going to do that. But I will give them a +1 to their initiative just because you guys were kind of having a conversation. So currently, the only people that see the statues moving are going to be, I guess, Clink, Sybil, and Oliver, because you guys are all in the thing. So what would you like to do, Clink, when you see these statues start to turn?
Clink is gonna put her sword away, back up, and say, "They're in there."
Yes.
Wow.
About Sybil, what's your plan? So we just tell our basic actions, then we'll roll for initiative and figure out how this all goes down. So what's Sybil's plan when you see this thing?
She's gonna shout at the people, at the thieves, and say, "See, I told you we shouldn't have touched them. These statues are coming to life."
Nice.
Well, that's fine. Let Oliver and Clink handle them.
Oliver, what's your plan?
Maybe you should come out here and handle them. You're the one that touched it.
I can't believe Clink was right. The statues have come alive. And he yells to Sebel. It's like, "Sister Sebel, get behind me. I'll protect you." And he steps forward, trying to fight against these guys.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll initiative, Jan, for the party. Oh God, they got a 6, so it's 7 basically. So they're gonna win.
Yeah.
Because they got a +1. All right. Yes, they move. They actually, one of them was going to attack you because you get in its way, Oliver. The other 2 because 2 of them are going to just like walk past Clink. and the third one's kind of in the back, so it won't be able to do anything yet. All right, so it's just going to make an attack at you. It just gets 1 attack. It is a living statue. Just roll the attack first. 10. Okay, it's
Armor class 4.
Armor class 4, all right? So the statues are hit dice 3. So they need a 13 hit you, so it misses. So yeah, it like tries to hit you with a spear. Maybe it's the one with the broken toe. It like steps forward to stab you, and like because it's got a broken toe, it actually like leans this way and misses. Two of them turn and walk past Clink and go into the room. Well, they're kind of walking into the room slowly. So at this point, they're kind of in that passageway blocking it. And did you want to attack Sebel, or are you just being shielded? I probably should give you a chance to attack.
I'm being
as well.
shielded for now.
Okay, all right. So go ahead, Oliver. Go ahead and make an attack against the one that's on you.
All right, here we go. Roll of 9 hits. Let's see. AC 8?
That does not hit.
Okay.
Their AC is 4. Same as yours. Yeah, so you swing at this thing. So you both miss each other as the statue is the one that's kind of behind this one now is able to kind of move up and is going to be moving towards the entryway while this one's fighting you. Okay, so now we'll go into the next round. You guys actually hear all that yelling, and you turn and you actually see in the entranceway that you just came through, 2 of these statues are coming through with their spears. So let's see what everybody wants to do. Ovo, what would you like to do?
Well, who looks at Lum and says, I don't know what they expected. I mean, adventure and treasure are kind of what we do. And he says, but, you know, keep at that gem, and I will go after these guys. He's going to grab his sword, his +2 sword, and he's going to attack.
Okay.
Oh, and Grexel's going to kind of stand there and pretend like he's protecting Lum.
Okay. All right, what's Lum's plan?
Here, Lum looks at Whitpool and goes, well, Clink's out there. How did those 2 get past Clink? I mean, as tough as Clink is, I mean, well, anyway, yeah, I'll keep getting these for us. You just shoo them off, and she's just going to keep prying them off.
Okay.
Gems.
All right, yeah, you can get the gem around. So you pulled the first one already, which is a big one. Now you're working on the next one down. Clink, what's your plan?
Clink says to Oliver, why are you attacking them? They're obviously just doing their job, protecting their master. And that's what Clink's going to do.
Okay. Riel, you're also in the room.
In true Scooby-Doo cartoon fashion, Rail, who really has no way to injure these giants, or these huge statues, he'll go running past with like knees to chest, running with both arms straight out in front of him, to try and get as far away from these things as he can. And he'll probably run right past Loom and make some kind of comment like, you broke the toe, this is your fault.
You could, if you want to get away from them, you could run deeper into the room, but you won't be able to get past them because they're literally in the doorway. So if you mean like you're going to run, out of the room,
I'm getting as far away from them. I mean, obviously, I have to run deeper into the room. I'm not going to try and run back by them again.
Okay, I was just making sure. Yeah, you can. Okay, perfect. So you run further back.
I'll be made into mage jelly if I do.
Yes. A strategic retreat makes sense. How about Seville?
Okay, so I'm still in the same room as Oliver, right?
Yeah,
but
you're
everybody
in the
else
hallway
is
outside.
Okay.
Yeah, effectively in the hallway where the statues originally were is you, Oliver, and Clink.
Okay.
The other 3 are in the other room, and the statues are moving their way into the room, except for the one that's fighting Oliver.
Okay. So I'm going to hold off my action if I can, just in case someone needs help, because I have 2 spells and that's it. Well, you know what? I could attack somebody because, I do have a 12 strength.
You also have a mace, which is good at busting up stone statues.
That's true. That is true. Okay. So yeah, I changed my mind. I'm going to go ahead and attack.
Okay. So you're going to smash it with your mace? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Okay.
Well,
and Oliver? What?
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Oliver, he's gonna do fighting retreat, backpedaling as he's swinging, so that he's gonna basically open up the pathway so that the statue would be able to go wherever it wants. But
Okay, but you're still going to attack. Okay, makes sense. All right, Young, roll initiative again for the party. This time they won't get an advantage. They rolled 3.
Okay, I rolled 2.
Okay, so they go on first. So, all right, well, 2 of them are moving in. Since you're kind of putting yourself between Ova, you're putting yourself between them and Lum, they're both going to attack you.
Okay.
First one rolls a 3, that's not hitting anything. Second one rolls a 13, which is going to hit.
I'm armor class 4.
Okay, so 13 hits. Armor class 4. Right, that's exactly the same thing as before. Okay, so you get whacked once by this thing. By the living statue. It does a d6. 2 points of damage.
Okay.
The other statue misses. And the third one that's not engaged is just walking towards the door. And then finally, the one that was on Oliver, since you haven't actually moved yet, it's going to attack you. And it rolls an 11, and it needs a 13, so it misses you again, Oliver. Then we come around to the melee for you guys, because nobody has any missiles or spells. So, Ovo, go for it. You got 2 in front of you.
Ooh, okay. I will attack the one that actually managed to hit me.
Okay. Makes sense.
Where's my sheet? I rolled a 14. It's a +2 sword, right?
It's +2 sword, yeah.
16.
Their AC is 4. So
Yeah, so that'll hit. That'll hit with a 2. Yeah.
Yep. All right, give me some damage.
All right. The sword is a D6, right?
D8 for a sword.
Oh,
and
D8,
plus
that's
2.
right.
Yep, and plus an E-strength.
Nice. Nice. But 8 points of damage.
8 total. Okay, nice.
Yep. Total,
Yeah, that smashes into this guy, and actually, it actually chops its head off.
Oh.
And then the head lands on the ground, and the eyes actually open up and look at you, and the body still seems like it's fighting. You know,
It's
Say, well,
creepy.
yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
a
look
statue
at
and all
the
that.
statue and I'll just say, that's well, that's not exactly fair. And I'll ready my sword for another blow.
Okay. All right, Mo, you can make an attack against the one that's on Oliver. So roll a d20 for me.
D20. I got a 13.
Okay. And they are armor class 4. I think you guys are. Hold on. What did you need to hit again? 14? I think you need a 14, right? Is that right?
Oh, do I? Let's see.
Oh, I'm not
mace.
sure. I'm asking because what did you need, Nikki? Because you need the same. Oh, you actually did.
Yeah, it shows I need a 15 for armor class 15. No, sorry, for armor class 4, it says I needed 15.
You do have
I got
modified
13.
15. Okay. You have no strength bonus or anything?
It says here open struck doors on roll of 1 to 2 on a 1d6. That's all it says. I've
okay,
got a
so
12
no bonus.
strength.
Okay, so no bonus. Okay, that's cool though. So yeah, so you bet you need a 15. So that you swing and it bounces off the thick crystal. It makes a chunk, but it doesn't actually hurt it. And Oliver.
Oliver swings at the arm that's holding the spear. And with a 19, that's definitely a hit.
Yep.
And with +2 strength bonus, he gets 7 points of damage on it.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yes, you smash this guy and he's holding the spear, in both hands, and you hit him and it like breaks one of the arms off, and the arm just spins around and is dangling underneath the spear, but it's still attacking with the one arm. And yeah, it's kind of, I know you're going to backpedal, it kind of follows you back. So
And he says, Clink, it's not changing its direction.
okay, that's the end, right? That's the end of the first round. So once again, we'll circle back around. Ovo, what's your plan? There's 2 on you.
Yeah, I'm just going to take another swing, melee.
Okay, Lum.
Yep, she's just gonna keep prying the gems and yell out,
Okay.
Clink, it may do to come in here and help.
Clink.
Clink will say, well, of course you attacked it. Oh, and then she pulls her sword and helps Oliver with the statue that's on him.
Okay. Rail. Hiding in the corner.
Yeah. The head that fell.
Yep.
Like, is it right in the middle of the mix? Yeah, I'm really afraid to get close to these things at all. Because that's how wizards end up having a short run of the adventure.
Yes, exactly.
Uh,
Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a chance. High or low? We'll see if the head rolled near you.
High.
No, it didn't. Let's see where it was.
Okay. Well, if everybody's got one engaged, oh man, it's like, does the rush in me come out or what? Shit. Screw it. You only live once. So I'm gonna rush back when I see that head roll and I see the whole thing with the eyes. I'm gonna run after it with my staff.
You guys are smash the head. Okay.
I'm gonna try to, if I can
Right.
get there.
Yeah, you can get there. The room's not that big. Simple. What's your plan?
She's going to attack again because there's still one coming at us, right?
That's correct. There's still one coming
Okay.
at you.
Yeah. So I'm going to attack the one that's still coming at me, or at us, I should say. Okay.
Perfect.
So
Oliver?
it's.
Well, just hold
Oh,
on. We'll
never
get
mind.
We're just stating actions. No, you're good.
Oh, that's right. We just stayed action. Sorry.
Yep. No, you're all right. Go ahead, Oliver. What's your plan?
Yeah, he's gonna attack the one
Okay.
that's attacking him. Yep.
All right. Roll initiative for the party, please. They got a 3.
Ooh, I got 4 this time.
Oh, nice. Okay. We'll go backwards just because. Oliver, go ahead. Make your attack.
All right. And he says, loyalty versus piety. No matter what choice I take, I shall have to seek penance regardless. And he rolls 10, and that's a miss.
Okay. Seville, make an attack.
Okay. And she's going to look at it. She says, I'm so sorry that my friends decided to steal from this sacred place from the baskets. And she got a 12. Yeah, I won't be
okay,
doing
yeah.
anything. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
this
so
one- yeah.
sorry that I'm purposely missing. That's what it is.
Good, guys are-
That's my
you're
story. I'm
clanking
sticking
against
to it.
this thing. That sounds like a reasonable story.
Yes.
All right, Rush, go ahead and make an attack with your staff.
Coming. Sorry, I was letting the dogs out. All right, here we go. All right. So I run up to the head. I swing the staff two-handed. Wah! And I get a 17.
Hey, that hits. Do some damage.
Oh, yeah. How much does the staff do? 6?
Yeah, D6, why not? I think it does D4. It's fine. D6 is fine.
I mean, D4.
Well,
I
we'll
mean,
give you extra
whatever.
damage because we're going to give you extra damage because it's just a head.
Oh. Okay. 3.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you hit the head and it crack and it kind of splits, and then the eyes are looking in 2 different directions. Clink. Go for it.
Using.
Clink runs up behind the one that's on her friend, and let's see, that'll be a 15 total,
15 hits.
and that will do 6 points of damage. No, 7 points
Nice.
of damage. 7
Oh,
points.
Nice. That's enough to kill it. Tell me how you destroy this thing.
She just comes up from it with the hilt of her magical sword and just like smacks it right at the back of the neck, like right where you would hit someone, and the whole thing just kind of like runs spider webs all around its like head and body, and then it just collapses into a pile of crystal.
Nice. Yeah, the crystal shatters and rains onto the ground, and you hear and all the pieces hit the ground. Lum, you're able to pull the next gem out, and then we're back to Ovo. You got 2 on you, and you notice that the third one is now entering the room as well.
Okay, I will yell, Grexel, get over here, so that he's there next time. And there's still one that's headless that's still attacking me, right?
That's correct. The headless one's
Yeah.
attacking, plus there's
That's
another one on you, and then there's one that's just walking in.
okay. I'll swing on the one that's headless. That'll hit. That's a 60 on the dice, so that makes it an 18. So I know that.
Nice.
Yeah. For +2, 9 points of damage.
Nice. All right. Tell me how you destroy this one.
Oh, it's like my sword is. I'm in such a rage that it's, these things dare to attack me and my friends. And it's almost vibrating. I'm gonna do this again because I couldn't do it before. So it hits the crystal at just the right vibration, and the whole thing just shatters into dust as it vibrates it to death.
Yeah, it's like,
Yep.
Nice.
and the dust just softly tinkles on the ground like a soft rain.
And I yell,
Hey.
"Don't inhale that! Bad for the lungs."
And the third statue moves in, and when it does, you hear the sound, a sound like grinding stone. Okay,
Oh,
coming
boy.
into the next round. Ovo, what do you want to do?
I'm going to continue to hit
Okay.
melee.
Lum, you got one gem left.
Oh, and I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, didn't interrupt, but Grexel's going to run up to in melee this time.
Okay.
Yeah, she sees that she's got one left, so she starts to pride, and she hears, Clink in battle, and she turns back to Clink and goes, "Hey, Clink, only one more. We're going to buy the best drinks and the best food at what's that place that you liked that we went that time? The Raspy Raven? Just keep on bashing."
Nice. Clink, out in the hall. You see the last statue go into the room with your friends.
Clink does lick her lips at the sound of the raspy raven, and then she looks to Oliver and says, "Well, should we help them? They've kind of dug their own grave here."
Of course, we gotta help them. They're our friends. We can't just abandon them because they're greedy.
Fine. And Clink will help them, and will attack one of the statues from behind.
All right, you're going to run to the room. Okay, good. Riel? Oh, by the way, that one with the head is one that Ovo destroyed, so the head is, the head crumbled as well. Yeah, but it's just, you won't hit the head again, Riel. I mean, you can, but it's broken.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so the head broken part, but the creature is still fighting, correct?
No, the creature's dead now. So
Oh,
Ovo hit the creature and it made like this high pitched.
Okay.
And it turned
Yeah, I
to
heard
dust,
that.
and
I didn't know it was the same one.
Well, and then so did the head. Yes. So
Okay. So how many are left now?
there are two in the room. One's on Ovo, and the other one just stepped in the room and doesn't know anybody yet.
So with that, I'm just gonna back away again.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take off running, but I'm gonna back away because it's like, okay, these creatures are whole. I don't want to be squished.
You don't want to attack one that has arms. Makes sense. Seba, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna head into the room where everybody else
Okay.
is.
Nice. And Oliver?
Does charge receive any bonus at all?
No. No charge in BX, unless you're on a horse with a lance.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna charge in there.
No,
And then-
it's literal. Okay, you gotta run up behind it. Okay. All right,
yeah, and
roll
then
initiative.
he's gonna try and attack the one that's attacking Ovo. I got two.
Okay, they also got two simultaneous. So, movement happens first in BX. What's morale, then movement, then missile, then yep. Okay, so yeah, you start to run up, and you can actually see that secret door is now closing, and it's about half closed. This is Clink, Sybil, and Oliver all run up to that hallway, and you can see the door closing. So you could try to dive under it if you want to get into the room, or you could do something else. But the last creature's moved into the room already.
Yeah. Now that it's being sealed, he's gonna say, "Come on, get out of there now! You guys are gonna get sealed within."
Okay, so you're not going to run through or do
No.
anything.
No,
Okay.
it's not gonna go.
Does either Clink or Sybil want to try to do anything with the door, or are you just going to stand there and watch it close?
Clink
Go ahead. Sorry.
Clink is actually going to drop her sword and run under and try and hold the door up.
Like a bench press?
Yeah, like a bench press.
Wow, okay.
This might
How
be
about
the end
Sybil?
of you.
I don't know for sure. Might be able to do it.
It's always a chance. What are you, Sybil? I guess you can't do that because...
No, but what I was thinking about doing is maybe, granted, I don't know how heavy the door is, but I was thinking maybe taking like my shield and put my shield, try to at least have a wedge between the floor and the door.
Okay.
That way it doesn't completely shut. But I don't know if that's going to work or not. I don't know how heavy this door is.
Well, we're going to find out. Would you like to
Okay.
do it?
Yeah, I'll do it. Why not?
All right, cool.
That way,
Yeah, good.
Sorry, I'm having trouble understanding.
Could Oliver do something also?
Please try a little later.
Sure.
With that
is that Alexa
crystal,
talking?
Yes.
with that crystal, statue, one that's broken, I'm gonna see whether if I could bring it and try and wedge it underneath that door.
Okay, you could do that, but you won't be able to do that like as fast as what they're doing. So like basically if they don't die and the door's still open, then you could probably get it under there next round. Okay, so you're gonna run back for that. All right, so all right, well let's do this. So the door, how strong are you, Clink?
16 strength.
Okay, so you're pretty strong. You're about 1/3 of the amount of strength it takes to open the door. So I'll give you a 2 in 6 chance. Actually, I'll give you let's do percentile because we never do percentile. I'll give you an extra 10% because you got the shield helping you, so you got a 40% chance.
I don't have a shield.
Roll. No, the Seville's shield. It's not a magic shield, is it, Seville? Yeah, okay. So you got 40% you can hold this door up. Otherwise, you're going to be smooshed.
40%?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. 44. Just under what I needed.
Yeah, as you get under and the shield holds it and you're like, and then you hear as the shield bends
Could I do something real quick before? Can I cast a spell?
No.
Okay.
You can't cast a spell. Dude, I mean, you're holding the door open. That was your action. Or trying to, anyways. The door slams down into your chest. Let's see. This was unexpected, so let's decide how much damage it should do. It's a couple 100 pounds, so we'll say it does 2d8 damage.
Okay.
5. 7 points of damage.
Oh wow, I'm at 1 HP.
Yeah, you're not dead. You're in plate mail, right? So it's like it like crushes the plate into your chest, and you breathe in, and it's like resting on you, and you're not gonna be able to lift it from here. Somebody else is gonna have to help you. And in the room, you hear, and kind of since you backed up a bit, Rael, you're standing closer to the wall. You see that there are small holes in the wall, and the room is now being filled with the kind of a green, sickly colored smoke or fog. Okay, so all that's happening during the movement phase.
Of course.
And now we get into the melee. So it's simultaneous, but I'll let you guys just do all yours first, and then we'll go back to the monsters. So, who's even attacking there? Just you. Go for it.
All right, I will attack. As I hear the hissing, and I'm like, oh, God. And because of the gas, I'm distracted, and I miss.
Okay, what about your apprentice there?
Oh, that's right, he gets to roll. Who also misses. He's not used to this long halberd that Clink gave him.
Nice.
Okay,
so yes, that all happens, and everybody in the room must now make a saving throw versus poison.
Okay, versus poison.
Yeah.
I guess including Clink because your head's in the room. Actually, is your head in the room, or did you go feet first? How did we do this? I mean, it would actually probably be more realistic that you go feet first, but
maybe we should roll higher or low.
Yeah, higher. Let's do higher or low and see where your head is.
Okay.
Higher or low, Crystal?
Low.
Okay, nope, your head's in the room. So make a saving throw versus poison.
Okay, great.
I failed.
Oh, okay.
You have to roll over it, right?
Equal to or over it.
Rexel fails, but Ovu succeeds.
Nice. So Rekko drops.
Yep.
Rail also fails.
Rail drops.
Fails.
Loom drops. You're not in the room, so you're good, Sybil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nope. Both Oliver and Sybil are outside the room, so you guys are totally safe. Okay, so yeah, Rail, Loom, and the henchmen all drop. They just collapse to the ground. There's still two of these statues that are violently attacking Ovo. Clink is smushed in the door as Oliver's dragging over chunks of the statue to hold it up. So yeah, what does everybody who wants to do that's up?
Clink's
Ovo?
also no longer breathing in the door.
Oh, Clink's also done. Okay.
Yeah.
Ovo, what's your plan?
Oh my gosh. Is there still gas coming?
Yep.
Okay. My plan is to turn around, and I still have guys attacking me, but what I want to do is grab I'm gonna grab Grexel, like I'm gonna pull a piece of cloth off of his shirt that he was wearing. I'm gonna wrap it around my face. I'm gonna douse it in his water skin, and I'm gonna wrap it around my face.
Okay, so you're gonna make yourself a
Little
rag,
mask.
a wet rag.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
all right, you can do that. All right, yeah. I mean, you'll be attacked while that's happening, but you can do that.
I know, but I want to do that.
yeah. That makes sense. Lum's down, Clink's down, Riddell's down. Out in the hallway, Sebel, what would you like to do? You can see that it looks like Oliver's dragging pieces of the crystal statue around to help hold the door open.
Okay. To what? To help out Clink?
Yeah,
there-
it looks like it.
Okay. Is there anything in the room that can be used to try to pry the door open?
There is the spear from the one statue that you broke out here, but it's crystal, so whether or not that'll work or not, you'd have to try it.
I
Okay.
have a wooden staff too that might work. I don't know, but it's late.
Well, you're not there.
Oh, I thought
You're
she
in the
was in
other
the room with us. Sorry.
Nope.
No, I'm not in the room with y'all.
Shut up now.
So she's going to just grab the crystal staff, hoping that it will be strong enough, but she's going to go over and take the staff and then try to, I don't even know how to do that, but maybe grab the staff and wedge it in the opening and then lift it up and see if she can maybe even make even a little bit of wiggle room for Clink to get out from underneath the door, since she's currently being squished.
Okay, fair enough. And Oliver, you're bringing pieces over from the statue to kind of give support.
I mean, how long does he think, assessing the situation? How long does he think that it's going to take? I mean, would he have any chance to save them?
You don't know there's gas in the room. You just know that Clink is under the door.
Yeah,
That's
but
all you see.
is he far away, or is he going to be able to get to the door within the turn, or would he take?
Well,
a
where
full
Clink
more
is, the
turn?
door's already on top of Clink, but you could
Okay.
put stuff in to hold the door open once you lift it up, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it's up
Yep.
to you if you want. I mean, you were grabbing pieces. Do you want to keep grabbing pieces, or do you want to?
No,
do
he's
something
just
different?
he's going to run over there and try to, push it up or pull it up or something so that Clink could wiggle out of the way.
Okay, so you'll do that, and Seb will help with the spear. Okay, so
Yeah.
basically, I'll just handle this first. We don't really worry about initiative. So 2 of these things are attacking Ovo inside. 12. They need a 14 to hit you, right? And a 4. So neither one hits you somehow. I guess they're baffled by the fact that you're not fighting back and they miss you. Out in the hallway, go ahead, Mo, and roll a d6. With Oliver helping, we'll give you a 2 in 6 chance you can get the door open,
Okay.
like a couple inches.
Just 1d6, right?
1d6, yep, you want to get a 1 or a 2.
Okay. I got. What kind of dice is this? I can't tell what that is. I think it's a 6. Yeah, it's a 6.
Okay, yeah, you're unable to you get it
Got
under.
some
You
kind
just
of
can't
symbol
get.
on it. Anyway,
You
go
can't
ahead.
get a good like wedge, but you get it under the door and it's like slides back. You get a good wedge even with Oliver helping.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't lift it off Clink, and Clink is not moving. Like you don't see any wiggle of Clink's feet either. And you can probably now hear this like hissing sound, and you start to see coming under the door this like kind of putrid green gas is kind of just like wafting out of the room a little bit.
Damn it!
Eh.
Yeah, he
So
was
now-
like, Sebel, let's stay away from the door.
Okay. She's gonna back away. Says, what is that?
It's poison.
Nothing good can come of this. Okay, back in the room, it's just Ovo versus the statues, basically. Go ahead and roll initiative. I'm assuming you're trying to fight them, Ovo. Unless you want to try to make your way into the door.
No, yeah, fight.
All right.
When you
D6
roll
for initiative. They got 2.
5.
All right. Go first. Make an attack.
Okay. With my little mask on. Oh, 13 plus 2, 15. Yeah, just hit them.
That hits.
Ooh, 9 points of damage on one of them.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yeah, you smash into this guy, and like half of his like body, like at the shoulder, like falls off onto the ground.
Okay, good.
Of course, not the side of the spear, of course. So they're both going to attack you. 1, that's a miss. 4, that's a miss. They miss you. Okay. If you want to change any of your actions outside, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to quickly do this. Hopefully, Ovo will be successful in about 20 seconds, or dead. One of the hopefully successful, hopefully not dead, right?
Well, Oliver's gonna, cover his mouth with his furry cloak that he has, as you see in the picture.
Yeah.
And right after doing that, he's gonna run back there and try to lift up that door again.
Okay, you can try again. 1 in 6 chance. Good.
Okay, 1 in 6 chance. 3, no.
Okay. All right. It's funny. You wouldn't really have a chance to do it at all, except for the fact that Clink's body's holding it partially open. Because normally it takes multiple people to lift it because it's flat. But since you got a space, I'm giving you a chance. Ovo, initiative. They got a 1.
5.
All right, go for it.
All right. Obviously, I'm going to hit the one that is already hurt. Yeah, no. I rolled a 3.
All right. 4? Wow, they're rolling terribly. They got a 4 and a 3. So, yeah.
Okay.
You could try to lift it again if you want. I mean, it's going to be a round-to-round thing, I guess. Oliver, if you want to keep trying to lift it.
Yeah, he's gonna yell to Sebel. It's like, Sebel, cover your mouth and come over here and help me lift this up. And I roll 6. So-
Okay. Nope. Every time you lift it up a little bit, it's good that Clink's not awake, because it's like you lift a little bit, then it goes back down. On the plate mail armor is like crunching each time.
Oh,
if you want
gosh.
to roll Mo, you can roll a d6 as well. 1 in 6 chance to open it.
Okay. I'll use a different dice, one that doesn't have that funny little symbol on it. Okay. I got a 3.
Okay, no. All right, then back to initiative.
I'm sorry, Clink,
Ovo.
we're trying.
5 for the monster.
6.
Nice. Go for it.
All right. 17, so that'll hit him for 8 points of damage.
All right. How do you destroy that one?
And this one is more of a bash than any kind of finesse, and it just cracks, and there's large chunks of crystal laying around.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are trying to open the door, and you see like a few large chunks of crystal like slide out under the door, and you hear just like weapons being smashed around.
I'm working on it, guys.
Okay, they're gonna go. 12 misses. They need a 14 and 8 misses. Wow, you're getting lucky with this. Out in the hallway, you guys can roll your d6s, trying to get a 1.
Oh man, I roll 6 again.
I got a 1.
All right. Yeah, Sebel, you're able to lift it up, so now the door's open maybe like a foot or so, and maybe you like kind of like readjust, like you kind of push your shield at a different angle, and it kind of locks it open, and the door's open like a foot and a half. So you can see that Clink would be able to probably slide out, but Clink doesn't seem to move.
Yeah.
As we come into the next round.
We'll grab Clink. As Clink's head is on the other side of us, right?
That's right. You just see the feet.
Okay, so we'll grab the feet. We'll grab the feet and pull Clink in the same room with us.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do that. You do that next round. All right. Ovo. Initiative. 1.
3.
All right. Go for it. 1 left.
All right, 1 left. Ooh, 12 plus 2 is 14, so that'll work.
Okay.
Just barely. Yeah, because I hit armor class 4. That's right?
Yeah. You don't get a bonus with your strength. What's your strength?
14.
Well, you get a bonus to hit with your strength as well.
Oh, it does not say that on the sheet.
I think a 14's either +1 or +2. I think +1.
I think it's +1.
Yeah, 14 should be +1 to hit.
Okay, yeah,
They may have calculated it.
it does not
Okay.
say that, so yeah. Okay, well then it's a 15 to hit, so that's armor class 3, so that works.
Yeah.
And then, so for 7 points of damage.
Oh, you know what? Actually, It doesn't matter. You would hit it no matter what, but it's not dead yet. I think that's calculating in your bonus because you would normally be to hit armor class 4. You would normally need a 15. So that's what's happening. Okay, so just roll normally and use the chart you have. Okay,
that's what I
you
did.
hit it.
Yep.
You hit it. It doesn't go down, but that takes it like cleaves a huge gash in the front of it, and it makes that like terrible sound like when you put your nails across the chalkboard. It's like
Ew.
And everybody's like, oh. All right, so it's going to attack you back. Ooh, 16 that time it hits you. 3 points of damage.
All right.
Okay, Sybil and Oliver, you drag Clank out. You can see the beautiful plate mail armor is crushed in on the chest, and their eyes are like closed. And as you drag them out, they don't seem to react at all.
Are they breathing? I mean, is he breathing?
Yeah, you'll have to spend a few minutes checking them out. Yep. Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but you can spend some time. They're definitely unconscious, if not dead.
Okay.
So you could spend this next turn figuring that out.
No, actually, yeah, he's not gonna spend that. Initiative 5.
Oh no, you're not fighting.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You dragged them out last round. Now we're into the next round. So you guys want to check the body this round?
Yeah, I'll look over Clink.
Yeah,
And,
Oliver's gonna.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say obviously Clink needs healing, so I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds.
Okay, you want to cast a spell? All right, do that. What's Oliver doing? Oliver's checking to see if you're awake.
Oliver's gonna try and see whether if he could prop the door open further, or is he able to go in there?
You can get in if you get on your belly and crawl through. It'll take the whole round to do it, though.
Okay. Well, he's got that mask where the thing covering his mouth, but yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna go in there.
Fair enough. All right, so you move, and there's a spell happening, and okay, so now we're roll initiative. Go ahead, roll, Nikki, because you're one that's fighting.
I already rolled a 1.
Oh, okay, they rolled a 6.
Okay.
Extremes. All right, so they're going first. They're going to swing at you. They got 7 and they miss. So then we get into spell casting. So a heal wounds spell. You cast a spell. Go ahead and roll a d6 plus 1 for Cure Light Wounds.
D6 plus 1. Okay. Roll big, roll big. Okay, I got a 5 and then plus 1, so 6.
All right. 6 points of damage are healed upon Clink's body. And you would know that it wouldn't work if she wasn't alive. Like, because Cure Light Wounds doesn't work on dead people, clearly. So you see the wound start to stitch up. Oliver crawls through the entrance, and Ovo, you can make your attack.
Okay. Nope. That's a 10.
Okay. All right, so starting off this next round, we're in this room. There's a couple of torches like burning on the ground that were dropped by these people. Oliver, you see on the ground most of your companions flattened out. You see Ovo, though, fighting strong with a ripped off piece of shirt around their face. Stinking of wine. So clearly the henchmen had wine in their water skin, but maybe we'll talk about that during an employee review. It's hard to say. So what's everybody's plan? Ovo, what's your plan?
I still got a guy, right? Yep, melee.
Okay, so Lum's down. Clink, you are still unconscious. Rael, you're unconscious or dead. We're not sure yet. Sybil, you just healed Clink. You're in the hallway. Oliver ran into the room where everybody else was. What would you like to do? You're there with Clink, who is unconscious.
So Clink is still unconscious, even though I've just healed her for 6 points.
That is
so
correct.
Can I maybe take a look and see, because she was affected by the poison, right? Am I able to know what kind of poison it was? Because is that what made her unconscious?
Yeah. You saw some gas and she's unconscious. You think it could be some kind of a drug that knocks things out.
Okay.
Could be a viable.
So she's not quite sure what to do yet. So she's gonna just take a chance and smack her.
Okay.
Smack her in the face to see if that'll wake her up. Sorry, Clink.
Roll
If there's anything that works
1d6.
like someone-
Roll 1d6 of damage.
Yeah, right.
She smacks the dragonborn in the face, proving she has more courage than anybody else in the entire. Party.
You healed her for 6, but you just did 10 points of damage. No, that's fine. Yeah, you're going to smack her. Perfect. And I'm assuming Oliver's going to do melee on this creature
Melee.
inside this room. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's
Double
roll
team.
initiative. Ovo. I
All
got
right.
3.
6.
Okay, going first. So actually, movement happens first, which is what I'll do for the slap. You slap Clink in the face, and Clink, you kind of open your eyes a little bit. You're completely blurry vision, like you're like super out of it, but you're starting to like kind of wake up, like really groggy, like unable to speak or anything at this point. But you're like that kind of thing. Try mouth. Back in the room, Ovo, make your attack.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that'll hit 14, so that'll hit 12 plus 2, 4. Oh, because I rolled a 1 for damage, so 3 damage.
Okay, well, you get +1 for damage too because you got a 14 strength.
That's right, 4 damage.
So 4, okay. Yep. You hit this thing and it makes another gash in it. And you can see that it's starting to spider web out a little bit.
Okay.
Oliver, make your attack. You're behind this thing since you just come in the room. You can have +2 to the 2 hit.
Okay, I rolled 20.
Oh, well. Right when you didn't need it, right? All right, well.
All right, and he does 5 points of damage.
Nice, that's enough. Tell me how you destroy this thing.
Yeah, so he gets behind it, and as it's being distracted by Ovu's strikes, he just goes right behind it and slashes diagonally. And,
Nice.
you see the cracks spread throughout its crystal body, and then it shatters.
Nice.
And
Yep,
Oliver
and-
says, "Let's get out of here. Let's get everybody."
I will run over and grab Lum
Okay.
and her gems that she's managed to pry out for her.
Yeah. She got 3 out. She got 3 of them out successfully and was prying the 4th one when the gas came. So there's 3 that are like in her pockets probably.
I'll
The
take
4th one probably fell
Ryle.
on the ground. Okay. Yeah, you guys drag the 2, to the doorway, and then with I'm assuming that someone would help. You're able to like pass the bodies through the doors, and I guess you go back for the henchman.
Oh, yes, I'll go back for Grixel.
Yeah.
Sorry, forgot about you for a
Did you
second.
did you want to take the gold and stuff, or you just gonna take the body? The gems? There's a basket of gold. It looks like a few hundred gold pieces, and then there's a basket of silver, which has a lot more silver than gold. Than the gold.
I'll just take the gems and Lum
Okay.
and the henchman for now. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you pass those things out into the hallway. You can see now that Clink. You can have a little bit of like, you can like waking up.
Oh, I feel like I just drank with a dwarf.
But your scales are as shiny and beautiful as ever.
Yeah, and with a
Charmer's
little
not.
bit of
Yeah, right.
with a little bit of encouragement, right? You're able to wake everybody up. You guys are groggy at first, but you kind of wake up, and also after a little bit, you stop because you're seeing like wisps of that green smoke, and you kind of pull the bodies away. But after a while, you can see that it's not coming out anymore. But the door still stays the way it is, and unfortunately, it has destroyed and crushed Sebel's shield. But that probably saved. It definitely saved the life of Clank and probably everybody else. So yeah, a bit hungover, with 3 gems and having destroyed the 4 statues. You're in this long hallway. Like I said, it's about 20 feet east to west, 80 feet north to south. The secret door that you had opened is on the west wall. Directly across from that, like on the other side of the room, is a hallway heading east. And of course, if you would continue to go through this room from the direction you came to the south, there's a passageway. And of course, to get back, you go to the north. So you can go in any direction. Although I'm guessing you don't want to go west.
Lom feels in her belt pouch and feels those 3 gems, and she thinks, nah, there were 4 of them. So she goes over to where Whitpool is, and she holds her hands out, and she goes, darling, I know that you and I always get along together, and you were there when we were in there. There were 4 of them, not 3.
The 4th one was still in the sarcophagus.
You did not get it then? What happened?
Poison gas, and I like pull off my wet mask, smelling of wine, I guess. And I say, and I didn't want to stay in there any longer because I was afraid it might start to affect me, even though, as you know, my constitution is very high.
Well, you did grab some of those gold coins out of the basket, at least, didn't you?
I grabbed you, darling, you.
Oh, well, we'll just keep going. I'm sure there's other stuff somewhere else then. But yes, thank you. I owe you a drink too then.
Well, I'm glad you're all right, and I made sure you got the 3 you managed to get, and one of them was quite large too.
Yeah, that's the one we'll use to buy food and drink then.
Exactly. We'll get more, and I'll slap her on the shoulder. I promise.
Nice. So yeah, so you've got, like I said, if you go back to the north, obviously, you could continue to the south or to the east as a passageway. And I guess when you've been sitting here for a little while looking down there, to the east you can see the passageway goes down about 40, almost 50 feet, so just barely past torchlight. And there's a door there, actually, like an actual door.
Yeah, let's go and check it out. By the way, who's looking hurt?
Everyone. Ovu took some hits in the fight with the statues. A couple of them.
Okay. Yeah, Oliver takes out that healing potion and says, "Here you go, Ovu. Heal yourself. We don't know what danger we may encounter later."
Is anybody more hurt?
So
What was it?
we're all up, right?
Yeah, everybody's awake now. Yep. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, while Ovu was asking about her, Rail just gets up, grabs his staff, and immediately starts patting himself down for all of his pouches and stuff. And he's like, "Not physically, no."
Well, if no one else needs it, yeah, he'll drink it.
Yeah.
What does
so
it do again?
It's a potion of healing. It's basically a cure light wound spell. So 1d6 plus 1 healing.
Okay. Ooh, 5 plus 1. 6.
Nice.
That puts me back to full.
Excellent.
I'll say thank you to Oliver, and I'll say perhaps I should take a look at this pun god that you worship.
Hey, Clink, oh darling, it looks like you have a few chinks in your armor.
Yes, my armor was damaged during the during the process of trying to save you.
It was most heroic. He placed himself between the door, closing door, and the ground. It is because of Clink that every one of you are alive.
Lum is going to walk up to Clink and like stand on her tippy toes and kiss her on the cheek and go, "Yeah, we'll most definitely use the big gym to buy you food and drink then."
Yeah, I'll give her a big old bear hug and say, thank you, my scaly friend.
Link smiles a dragonborn smile.
Okay. So do you want to go explore south or to the east towards that door?
Try east, maybe?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So you head to the east. Again, it's not that far, about 50 feet-ish. And there is a door here. It is a wooden door, and it is of that same black wood that the sarcophagus was made out of. It looks like absolutely brand new, like it was made yesterday, and it's shiny black wood. There is, I guess I should mention, there is just like a handle on it. There's no lock or anything.
I'm sorry, it's a what now?
It's a wooden door.
Yeah,
Black
just
wooden
a
door.
door.
Okay, gotcha.
I would proceed with caution because of what happened the last time.
Is it trapped?
Lum, can you see any traps?
Well, I can go up there and look if you want me to.
You want to look?
Yep, she'll go up there and take a look.
Okay. Yeah, you you inspect the door. It looks like it's pretty safe. Like I said, there's no lock or anything. There's just a handle, and you look around it. Try to see, put your hand on it. So before you put your hand on it, I should say, like there's no needles or anything on it or anything like that. You look around above. There's no trip wires, and there's no like plates or pressure plates or anything. So it looks pretty safe.
Well, it looks pretty safe to me. Oliver, are you ready?
I'm ready.
At this point, too, we've definitely burned through the first batch of torches. So somebody's gonna have to relight, or you guys relit torches, I'm assuming. And yeah, you open the door. You look down, and you can see it goes down about 40 feet. Again, just pretty much just past the edge of the torchlight. And it looks like it opens up into a room. As you progress further down, and you can see the torch kind of lights up the room. As you head down, this room it's kind of a little bit oddly shaped. It is, well, I mean, it's 30 by 40, 30 east to west, 40 north to south. You're coming in the center of the west wall. But on the north, south, and east walls, there are basically like these 10-foot like niches that go in there. And in those niches are, each one of them, you can see there's a stool of the same black wood. And they seem to be inscribed, like, chiseled, inscribed completely. Like, if you look at them, like, they're just, the walls are just covered in these niches with something, writing.
Okay.
What kind of writing? I mean,
You want to go
so
check it out?
yes, please.
Okay.
People are hoping that there's no shiny objects in this room.
Yeah. So before you ask, I am able to read. Aside from common, I can read Elvish and, believe it or not, Dragon.
Oh, I can believe it. And as you're looking, you can see that this does seem to be some kind of an ancient tongue, like a long lost tongue, and you realize that because it uses very similar phrasing and letters to the Draconic tongue, which is one of the oldest tongues. So while it's not Draconic, it's similar enough that you can kind of see what it is. It is definitely prayers. And you can see that each one, there's like, each wall is like listed with prayers. And as you're kind of looking at it, you can see that in the, if you were to sit at the stool, I'm not saying you sit down, but if you want to sit at the stool and you were looking straight ahead, in each of the niches, the same prayer is there. When you look at all the niches, they're all different, except when you're sitting on the stool looking straight ahead, it's the same prayer written.
So I'll turn and look over toward Clink, and I'll say, Clink, my scaly friend, could you be bothered to come over here and have a look at this with me?
Sure.
Yeah, and you can confirm that as well. It's basically some kind of tongue that's similar to Draconic, but not Draconic. And you can see, while you can't make out the exact phraseology of everything, you can tell they're definitely prayers, but possibly, monks say prayers are at different times of day. You can see they're broken down, probably morning, noon, night. And again, every one of them has slightly different prayers, except in every single niche at the same spot is the same prayer.
Okay. I would just look at it and go, it's quite obvious it is a ancient form of your ancestral language, but I didn't know if perhaps this particular form is one that you may have been taught as a child.
No, it's not some kind of dragonish language, but not dragonborn either.
Ah, yeah. Well, it never hurts to try, does it?
Well, what is the one prayer that's repeated? Or, I mean, it's just like we can just tell it's a prayer that's repeated?
Oh yeah, you can read it. You want to read it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Clink will read it.
I didn't know we actually could read it.
Oh yeah, you can read it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it just says, "May the waters of my sisters cleanse my soul."
Well, maybe we should let the holy ones that are following us repeat those letters. Sawick, server.
Say if it was written in the ancient Draconic language, it may be may behoove us to allow the one draconic person among us to do it, maybe, but what do you think it means?
Say it once more.
I repeat.
Okay. May the waters of my sisters cleanse my soul.
Waters of my sisters. Does that mean anything to anyone?
Right in the chat.
We are looking for those waters that will cleanse the king's daughter.
Yes, but they say waters of my sisters. You can see right there they've placed a plural on the end of that word. Sisters.
And Clink will say out loud, "May the waters of my sisters cleanse my soul."
Maybe the monks were women. Maybe they're not monks at all, but nuns.
Well, maybe we just keep going
Or
until we
fish.
hear falling water.
They keep a pool, or I don't know.
Suddenly the room feels very cold. And you actually, you thought you had closed that door behind you, but you feel a breeze coming from that direction. And
Oh,
when you
dear.
look, you see the darkness seem to get darker, if that's possible. And then splitting into your torchlight is a number of shadows who linger. And you can actually, as the paladin, you actually can feel the that these are cursed or evil creatures as they kind of like come into the room and start spreading out amongst the you, like kind of moving forward to shall we say, embrace you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he says, evil shadows afoot. We're about to be attacked.
Yep, and that is exactly true. Entering into the room are 7 shadows.
Yeah.
So, what would everybody like to do? Okay, Ovo.
She's gonna pull a sword, and hope that it can hit these things.
Okay, Lum.
One question, Daniel: Did they come from the same way we did, like from behind
Yep.
us or in front of us? Oh, they
came
come from behind us.
you. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be another way out of this room that you can see.
Oh, Lom says, "Oh no, we don't need to deal with this." And she's going to run back the way they come from.
Okay, you'll have to kind of run past them to do that.
Yeah,
So
she's
that-
going to try.
Okay, seems good enough. Clink.
Are these undead?
Shadows are not undead.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, I'll use my sword against them.
Okay. Okay. How about Rael? What's your plan?
So far, Lum is the only one who ran away.
Well, she hasn't run yet, but that's her plan.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. So I see these shadows coming, and I'm just like, damn. Knowing that the spells that I have aren't going to do a damn thing against shadows either. So I just kind of sidestep behind Ovu.
Okay. Nice. Okay, you know what? Somebody's getting something. How about Sybil? You can feel the evil of these shadows.
Oh
But
boy.
they're
But
not
these
undead.
okay, I was about to say, but they're not undead. Okay. Huh. Well, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Shoot. But they're shadows, right?
Mhm.
Huh. How dark is the room?
You've got 2 torches in here, so it's fairly bright.
Hmm.
How many stools are there in the room?
3.
There's no water basin or anything like that? Anything related to water in there?
No.
Is there anything else in the room aside from just the 2 stools and then what we already know?
There are 3 stools. There are 6
Or 3
adventurers, a retainer, and 7 shadows.
Oh gosh. That's it. Okay.
That's it.
Well, she's gonna ready her mace and just be prepared.
Okay, you're gonna whack one
Not
with
sure
me.
she's
All
gonna be able
right,
to do anything against shadows because they are shadows.
they are shadows. How about Oliver?
Yeah, Oliver's gonna try and fight with the sword.
Okay, fair enough. And all right, let's roll initiative. Tony, roll initiative for the party. They got
All
two.
right. 4.
Aha, okay, you get to go first. All right, you're running. So actually, since you want initiative, you run past them. Lum sprints out of the room. And then
Yeah, you just hear Lom say, "Oh no, not these things."
Obu. Malay.
Yep. He says, well, I always have to fight the things. And but he rolled a natural 1, so he's not going to hit any shadows.
Hey, that does not hit.
I didn't think so.
It's okay, my good sir. I'm watching your back.
Oh, can Grexel attack? Or
Sure.
he rolled a 2.
Okay, well, at least you're getting higher numbers. Clink.
Clink rolls 19.
Hey, that hits.
All right.
And that will be 9 points of damage.
Hey, yeah, you take your sword, the magical sword, right? And you swing out. You know, you can see that the other two fighters have like tried to swing at these shadows, and they're hard to hit because they're kind of moving. You know, basically like they almost seem like they're on the wall, but yet they step out. And you come forward with your sword though, and precisely slice across it, and the sword actually cuts the shadow in half, and it dissipates and is gone. And you have eliminated one of the shadows. I'm sorry, what was Rail doing again? Running?
Rail is right behind Ovu.
Yep.
He just told him he's watching his back, and then this little hand comes up, pats him right on the shoulder.
Nice.
As he and his patting Ovu on the shoulder is probably what caused him to roll a 1 and miss terribly. So at that point, he like snatched his head back. He's like, "Don't touch. You should never touch a warrior while he's swinging his sword. Never touch. Never touch."
Nice. Okay, Seville, make an attack.
Okay. Let's see. I got a 14.
Okay. 14. That hits on class 5. Okay, so you hit this thing. You actually feel like your mace goes through it, and you can actually feel the resistance of it, and then it kind of bounces back out, almost like the mace just can't penetrate the shadow. And effectively your third level, you'd probably have been seen creatures like this before that just need like a magic weapon or something. A mundane mace will just not affect it.
Yeah.
Yep. Oliver.
Oliver swings. And I roll 7. So that hits AC 10.
Nope. Their AC is 7. So I think you guys need like a 12 or something. Well, 7, it's AC 10. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So I must not have the... Oh, are you using those auto-generator character things?
Yes.
Okay, that's why it's calculating in your bonuses. Okay, because I'm looking at the chart. I'm like, I don't see how this is lining up. Okay, anyways. No worries there. Okay, so you swing and miss. The shadow's now going to attack. There's basically one on each of you. Is the plan. And since one died, that actually still works out well. Okay, so against Uvu, 3, that's not going to hit anything. Lum, you got past them. Clink, a 10. That's not going to hit you with a 10. Against Real, 11. Oh, that might hit you because your armor class is only 9. These guys are 2 hit dice. And 11 hits armor class 6. Yep, so that does hit you. So Real, your strength is dropped by 2 points.
Oof.
Yeah, right. Magic users getting hit by a strength or anything is not ideal. Okay, 3 against Mo. That misses. Oh, natural 20 against the Paladin, unfortunately. So that's going to hit you. And your strength is dropped by 1 point, Oliver.
Ooh.
Okay. So there's 6 of these things left. They're kind of circling around the room, and you can actually see Clink, the one that you killed, directly under where it's standing, like where it was on the wall. You actually see that there is a like one of the stones in the floor has actually like raised up a tiny bit. Okay, so Ovu, what is your plan?
I saw these things really hurt Oliver in that, but I still think that he would run. I will tell Grexel to get out of there. I'll tell Grexel to run, and I'm going to melee.
Okay. Lum's running. How far do you want to run, Lum?
Yeah, when Lum gets out, out there and sees nobody's following her, she first thinks, she looks back down the way they come from, and she's thinking about that gem and those gold coins, and then she goes, no, I guess I better, is there any place she can try to hide in shadows around here where she's at?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big empty room, and there's not a whole lot of light at all. You're basically standing more or less in the dark. So,
yeah,
you could like, go to the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, she's going to definitely hide and just stand as still as she can to see what happens. But she's still thinking about that last gem in there.
Nice. Clink.
Melee.
Okay. Ariel.
I'm gonna try a spell.
Okay, nice. Sebel.
Melee.
Okay. Oliver.
Melee.
All right, let's do this. Tony, roll initiative for the group. 3.
I got a 4 again.
Nice. All right, going first. Nobody's running, but spells happen first before. Right, hold on. I'm so used to running the other game. Yeah, missiles and spells, then melee. So spells happen first. So, Rael, what spell are you casting?
So Rel is going to realizing these are shadows, and he's almost like, "Oh, you idiot, man!" And he raises a hand and casts light right above Ovu to try and illuminate the entire room, so that there's nowhere for a shadow to be formed.
Nice, I like it. Okay, let me give them a saving throw. Their saving throw against spells is 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that one's fine. Okay, 5 of the 6 shadows that are in the room, they dart from the light, trying to hide from it essentially. And the only place they can go is basically back the way that you guys came from. Basically back out where Lum is. They retreat out that way into the darkness. One shoots into the corner. Actually, one's just gonna somehow it's tolerating for now. It rolled a natural 20, I'd say. So somehow it's tolerating. I'm not exactly sure how. So it hasn't been destroyed yet. However, we'll find out what happens as we go into melee. Ovu. There's one shadow in the room.
All right, I will attack it. My sword. Ooh, that's better. That's a 16. That'll definitely hit.
Okay.
So you said armor class 7, right?
7, yeah.
Okay. 10 damage.
Yep. Yeah, you take this last shadow is like it's trying to like get through a crack or something to avoid the light, and it looks back at you with its black eyes. Somehow it's like blacker, or like the shadow's black and like the eyes are blacker, and they go wide as your sword slices through it, and it dissipates. And the room is lit brightly with the magical luminescence, and there are no shadows in the room. And you can see, everybody kind of notices now that in the room there are a total of 6. So I guess if you're looking at the room, if you were like standing here and looking left to right, you would see like a 10-foot area, then it goes in for a niche, then a 10-foot area, then it's the corner, then a 10-foot area. So basically there's like 6 spots, there's 6 clear areas on the floor. And all of them have raised up maybe like an inch. Like you said, they kind of lifted up a little bit, almost like there was a pressure plate there that has now been released and it's standing up.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see.
Do
if the
I
shadows
see?
notice.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they don't notice me, do I see maybe where they go to or whatever?
Well, you don't have a torch with you, right? So you're in
Nope,
absolute
I do
darkness
not.
right now. Yeah, so you don't even see them because they're shadows and it's dark. But I'm going to see if
All
they
right.
see you, because of course they can see in the dark.
Ah.
let's see. So your hide and shadows is as a third level thief is 20%. Yeah. No, you're hanging out there. Nothing seems to happen. Although you hear the combat ended really quickly, so you're not sure if that's good or bad. But yeah, you don't hear or actually, you know what? You feel kind of a little bit of a coolness, kind of in the room for maybe like a few seconds, and maybe you squint to see if you can see anything because you're in absolute darkness. But then it seems to go away.
Yeah,
So
she takes that as a bad sign, feeling that coldness. So she's thinking it not until she hears something coming from the party, she's just gonna stay where she's at.
Okay, nice. So yeah, so there's these 6 like niche like areas, cubby holes that have kind of opened up, like the roofs have lifted. What do you guys want to do?
Clink's gonna like extend her foot out towards one of those like things and like quickly like step on it and then like step back.
Okay, you do that, and then it goes down, and then it like raises up, almost like the spring there. Roll d6.
Okay. 5.
A small pedestal rises up, and sitting atop it is a potion. And it's marked. It says healing. It says it in the Draconic language, so you can actually read it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet.
Okay.
I'm going to say it says healing. I'm going to say that.
Does anybody else want to interact with their button?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Obu does.
Okay. All right. Oh, roll a d6.
Okay. 3.
3. Okay. Same thing. A pedestal rises up, and there's a coiled rope upon it.
Ooh.
Mo, roll a d6.
Hey. I got a 6.
Nice. Yours actually just it's like only like a instead of a column, it's like a little like holder, like you'd put like an umbrella in, but sitting in it is actually a staff.
Okay. And I'm
And
just going to look at it. I will not touch it.
Oliver, roll a d6.
All right.
I know what happened the last time I touched something I
I
wasn't
got
supposed to.
6.
6. Okay. Perfect. Yours, I think, comes up. A pedestal comes up, and there's a rolled scroll on top.
Nice. Yeah, he grabs it.
Okay. Yeah. You grab the scroll, and I guess you're looking to look at it. It
Yeah.
appears to be a map. The map is, it's got some writing on it that says that it is a stash, a treasure stash. It's a treasure map.
Nice. And he laughs, knowing, this is what Lum was probably looking for.
Right. Yeah, it says that it's a stash of 3,000 gold pieces. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She's going to be very jealous. This rope will be no consolation to her.
Clink is gonna Indiana Jones her that potion off of it. She's gonna use her dagger, and she's gonna like grab the potion, then quickly like put the dagger down.
Okay, you do that, and you got the potion in your hand. Yeah, the dagger's sitting there.
Okay, she'll leave her dagger.
Would anybody else like to interact with their item?
I will take the rope.
Okay.
And I watched Clink do that. So I'm like, it could be just a regular rope, but maybe I'll do that too. And I'll put my rope that I had on there instead.
Smart. This rope is thinner than your rope, and it immediately, when you grab it, you can feel kind of a tingling. And just because this is a one shot, I'm not going to be trying to figure out what things. This is a rope of climbing, so that's a second rope of climbing. Yeah.
Okay.
How about Mo? Do you want to touch yours?
Okay, but she's going to take her mangled up shield that is of of no use anymore, and then she's going. You said it was there was like a.
Well, the shield is still stuck in the door unless you want.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't really have anything else to hang other than. Well, she's got Let me see if I've got any kind of things that I could hang on it just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to take any chances. Let's see, what does she have as her equipment? Yeah, I don't really have anything that's heavy. Not that's like a shield or like a staff. So I guess just to be on the safe side, I'll put my mace on it. I don't know if that'll be heavy enough or not. But then she'll pick up the staff and close her eyes and hope that it works.
Yeah, you put you lift the staff from the holder, and you feel the divine goodness grow through your body. This is actually a staff of healing.
Oh.
Yeah, the staff can effectively heal anybody like one time per day. So there's no charges, but it can only heal any individual once per day.
Okay.
And it heals like a cure light wound, so 1d6 plus 1.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, that's a pretty good magic item actually. So staff of healing. Yep. You didn't touch anything, Rel, right?
No,
I
was listening, but I kind of got lost as to what was going on with all that. So
there's these like effectively like floor tiles, for lack of a better word, that have like popped up. They're each sitting maybe like an inch tall, and Clink activated the first one by stepping on it and then stepping off, and when you do that, it rises up, and each one has had an item underneath it. So everybody's done that except for you.
Yeah, well then
nobody's died yet.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Having watched everyone not die, I'll be the first.
Okay, roll a d6.
Yeah, I got a 5.
Okay. You press it, and yours actually, instead of just a single tile rising up, like 3 of them raise up next to each other, and there's a beautiful shield.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I will take it.
Okay.
Knowing full well that I don't know the proper manner with which to hold it or use it, but I will take it and I will look it over and I'll glance at my companions and I'll just kind of hold it up and I say, as beautiful as this item is, I'm afraid I'm completely I don't know. I'm completely ignorant on how to use this thing properly. Perhaps one of you may find a better use of it than I. And I hold up the beautiful shield to all the warriors and clerics and everybody else.
Well, depending on what kind of shield it is, she lost hers, so I don't know if it would help Zelda.
Oh, you
all.
did lose yours, didn't you?
Yeah, but it depends on what kind of shield it is. If it's something more for a fighter, then it probably wouldn't do her any good.
I do believe what I know of shields is that a shield is pretty much a shield. However, this one is a pretty one.
It doesn't matter what size, because I know that, granted, this is BX, and I'm going to apologize, I'm kind of unfamiliar with BX, but I know that some classes are only able to carry like certain kinds of items.
Yeah, there's just one kind of shield in BX, so you definitely can use it if you're able to use a shield with the clericus. Yep.
So I hold it out and say, a pretty shield for a pretty lady. And I hold it out.
Is your reward for sacrificing your shield to save a whole lot of us.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she takes the shield graciously and just kind of blushes a little bit at his compliment to her.
So you take the shield, and immediately you recognize that the shield is very lightweight for its like size. Like it looks like a normal shield, like you would normally use, but it's very lightweight. And it is just it's a shield +1, so it's a magic shield.
Yay.
So it'll improve your AC by 2 instead of just by 1. Okay, so there you go. You have recovered the items. Lum ran off into the darkness. You guys are standing in the room lit by magical light. Again, there's the 3 stools that you examined, the prayers on the wall. You got these items. After a few minutes, of you guys looking at them, whatever, the little platforms sink back into the ground. So if you left anything on there, it has now been taken by the. Unless you grab it before it flows back in. I mean, you can grab it, but it's going back in.
Yeah, I was hoping to get my mace.
You can, if you want to grab it, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say if I saw them grab that shield, I'm grabbing my dagger back too.
Okay. Yeah. If you grab the stuff off them, it stays. I mean, then nothing happens. They just sink back into the ground.
Okay.
Okay. So you're in this room. That doesn't appear to be any other way out. Just the way that you came, where the shadows retreated back to, and where Lum ran out a few minutes prior.
Well, we're down 1 thief, it would seem.
Yeah. What's your henchman's name again, Nikki? I can't remember.
Rexel?
Yeah. They actually, because you said you were going to tell them to run, but then that ended the combat, so they never ran out. So it's only Lum that ran out. So It's basically a passage back to the west where that door was. Nothing else in here.
Well, shall we go back out and see where else to go? I'm sure Lum is around here somewhere.
In the canoe halfway across the lake, yes, I would agree. Well, let's go. And Clink will hold up her torch in one hand and have her sword in the other and begin to move back. Because I think we just found that poem, right? There's actually no water in that location?
No.
Okay.
No water, no fonts, nothing like that. Yep.
Okay. Well, I think we've at least verified that the waters are probably here because it talks about waters in that poem. I don't like the fact that it's written in Dragonic, but that's another issue entirely.
You don't like that as a dragon?
Well, Dragonborns are actually not dragons, but they were created by dragons as slaves.
Ah. Right.
Half dragons are dragons.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
my human just knows that they look weird. That's all.
They're basically elves.
That BX5E
elves.
going on.
Elves.
It's an elf.
It's a elf wearing a costume.
Yeah. Exactly. Like every time, like the mouth is open and you just see an elf head inside.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, so you head back the way you came, I guess. Back in, you see light approaching you, Lum, as a party heads back to that hallway.
Oh yeah, she sees the line and Robbie hears them talking. She's gonna like stay in the shadows though, and when Oliver comes walking by, she's gonna run up behind him and take the butt of her dagger and stick it in his back and go, "Got you."
Okay.
Oh man, you got to roll for that.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Young, I'll let you roll. Roll a percentile to see if the whole hide and shadows works on you.
Okay.
She's got a 20% chance.
21.
Oh no, okay, yeah. So you're walking, and like just as Lum steps out to do it, you see her out of the corner of your eye, moving towards you quietly.
Oh, Oliver, there you are.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna get stabbed with the butt of her dagger or whatever, and he's like, "Oh wow, you've scared me there, Lum. Boy, you get me every time."
Well, I was just waiting for you to come back so you can hold that door open for me. And there's one gem still left in that room that we should get.
Have you not learned the lesson enough with the whole ordeal where we could have all died? Let's leave your greed here for now and continue on. perhaps you could return here later after we're all done with our current mission.
What if that poisonous gas is still in that room?
Greed? How dare you accuse me of being greedy? Oh,
We've really defiled that tomb enough. Let's leave it alone for now and continue on.
oh, I know. You never sin, pretty boy. You never sin.
Well, by association, I have to atone for it every day.
Oh, brother.
Nice.
So
All right, so you had.
Yeah.
No, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say he tries to open the door for her.
Oh, you want to go the room with the.
Oh no, not that door. If there's a...
Oh yeah, no, there's no door here. Basically, there's just a passageway to the south.
Okay.
I'm like, wow, she really convinced you there. All right, cool. So yeah, there's a passageway to the south. Note on my map here.
Well,
Yeah,
those
you come up.
those
Go ahead.
shadows. Do you think those shadows went this way too? Grand, you would know more about them than anybody else, would you? You don't look too well yourself, though.
I feel okay. I'm unsure. I'm afraid I have not faced those creatures before, and simply thought to myself, well, if I fill the room with light, obviously shadow cannot exist where there's light, and so they fled, and I don't know where they would have gone or what happened to them, to be honest.
Yeah, we'll just best keep our eyes open for them, and if the temperature drops again.
Yes, well, sounds like a good idea to me. All I know is that they left and they didn't kill me. So, success.
Well, Rael, you do look like you're hunching a little bit more than you normally do. Your shoulders are drooping a little more as well. And speaking of which, I feel a little weaker as well after that battle.
I mean, I could probably use a good rest. I do feel a bit weak, but aside from that, everything I'm carrying feels a tad bit heavier, but, a good meal and a comfortable bed and all that should go away.
So,
Okay, so you guys head to the south. As you exit the room, the passageway kind of goes essentially southeast, so you're kind of going at a diagonal. And it goes for about 40, 50 feet. And then it turns to the left. So now you're just heading east in general. And you can see after you've walked about 20 or so feet, it's going to go about another 40 feet and then open up into a room. Let me roll here. Okay. You start to walk down and you can see that basically you come down and you can see the torch lighting into this room. This room is 20 feet east to west, 60 feet north to south, or 50 feet north to south, rather. And it's coming in on the center of the west wall, basically. In this room, you can see kind of as you're approaching from the hallway still, you can see that there is a large table in the center. And sitting on this table is 6 basins and 6 jugs. They are stone basins and stone jugs. And as you approach the room and you kind of get there with torch, you can see into the whole room before you enter, of course. You can see that on the north wall, there is a chest, again, a stone chest that's against the wall. And there's a kind of an aperture in the top of it that's probably maybe like a little bit smaller than your fist. That's on the north side. And of course, you could walk around the table north to south. Either way, you could do that. And on the other side of the table, there's a passageway that continues to the east. So you're kind of coming into a room that kind of has this table more or less blocking the center of the room. And then on the other side, there's a passageway going out. On the table, there's 6 basins, 6 jugs. On the north wall, there's a chest, a stone chest.
Oh, Whitpool, my friend. Look what's over there in the corner. And Lum's going to head towards the chest.
I will go with
Okay.
her.
What's everybody else doing?
Evil's going to groan with
Clink.
worry.
Clink face palms and goes, they do like to get themselves into trouble.
Well, I mean, isn't there something you guys are supposed to be doing with these waters, cleansing things and various things?
Yeah, that's for the holier than our.
Yeah.
And when you step into the room and start walking that way, you hear a kind of deep voice. It's unclear where it's coming from. It seems like it's coming from almost everywhere. It's very soft and deep, and it says, "This world tarnishes our bodies."
Oh, I agree with that. And keep walking.
May the
on.
water of my sisters cleanse my soul.
When you say that, you hear kind of a pouring sound, and you look, and all of the bowls are now filled with water.
Oh,
Hmm.
Clink. That was incredible. You performed a miracle.
Well, thank you. Dragonborn smile.
I should say
know
the
whether-
pitchers are full, not the basins. The pitchers are filled with water. That makes more
I
sense.
don't know if Clink is trying to eat me or smiling at me every time she does that.
A little both. You approach the chest, and you can see it's a stone chest. Effectively, it's got a lid that's like 6 inches thick of stone, so it's heavy. Like probably with a couple, maybe 3 strong people, you can lift the lid off. But the very top of it has like a small aperture that's smaller than. I mean, you could probably get your hand in there if you really forced it in, but certainly you couldn't get it if you pull. It's like one of those traps. You stick your hand in, you can't get in with it if you grab something. But you peek in there and you can see that there is some coin in there.
Yeah, she's going to definitely, though, this time stop and a moment to look and see if she can find any traps on it anywhere.
Okay.
Let's look at the walls, too, see if there are little holes.
Yeah, you do. You see the same holes in the wall as you saw before.
Oh.
On the chest itself, there doesn't appear to be any kind of a trap mechanism.
I will point out the holes to Lum and everyone else.
Oh, that's what got us last time, was it not?
It was, yes.
Oh, well, I don't see any traps on here. Let me go ahead. I'm going to see if maybe I can pry it open, maybe with. Is there a way to it's got a clasp opening or something, or it's going to have to be lifted
No,
up?
Yeah, it's almost like there's just a stone lid sitting on top, probably inside of a lip. So you just have to kind of lift it up. Yeah, or you could probably have something on the edge and get the corner of it, maybe.
Whitpool, do you want to help me lift this then?
Of course.
Okay. How strong are you? Each of you?
I'm 10.
14.
Okay. Yeah, that's enough. You get on either side of this thing and start to lift it up. It's a little bit of a hassle. So while you're doing that, what's everybody else doing?
Oliver covers his mouth with that fur cloak of his and gets ready.
Teeble is praying.
How big is that? Is that case again?
The chest? It's about maybe 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. It's like a cube, so it's about 2.5 by 2.5 by 2.5. So it's not huge, but it is stone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clink wants to look inside it when they get it off.
Okay. Yeah,
He wants to see how deep it is.
Okay. Yeah, you lift the top off and you can see that it is filled with coins, a mixture of gold and silver. They seem to be an odd, looking coin, as far as the imprint on them. They look like they're not anything you've ever seen before, but they're definitely gold and silver, but a lot of them. So as far as deepness, it looks like it only goes down maybe 6 inches, then that is filled with coins. So you don't know how far it goes down after that.
Clink, do you have those big bags, those big sacks you usually carry with you?
I do have a large sack. I also have a thought.
What's your thought?
I don't know yet. Well, I know, but I don't have anything to verify it yet. But I think that the water that are in these pots is the water that can cleanse the princess.
Well, why don't Server and Saywick? They can be in charge of the water. I mean, they're the holy people, you know.
Sounds like a solid theory, if I must say so myself.
I feel like there should be somewhere we should put the water, right? So that it can be bathed in. I thought it might be the chest, but the chest is too small.
Well, you would know that there is supposedly the actual shrine is supposed to be on the top
Ah, okay.
of this precipice. You know that part. So
water is exactly where right now?
there's a long stone table in the center of the room, and sitting upon it are six basins and six stone basins and six stone pitchers, and the pitchers are now filled with water.
Okay, maybe we would put normally the way people used to bathe themselves when they didn't have tubs is they would take jugs, they pour the water in the basins, and then they would splash their faces. So maybe pour the water in the basins.
Clink is going to do that. Clink is going to go wash her face.
Okay. Well, your face is very clean now.
I'm filling up the sack that Clink left with me with coins.
Okay. We can fill it up.
Oliver drinks the water.
It is refreshing.
Yeah, he says it's most refreshing. And then he pours some and washes
It's
his
warm,
hand and
too.
face also.
Which is, yeah, should probably put that up. Like, it's not boiling hot, but it's warm water. You know, it's not like cold water.
Yeah, he after taking a sip, he's like, this is like a bathing water.
Oh, well, can you turn it into wine? No.
No, don't look at me. That's for Sister Sebel. And he washes his face and hands.
Okay, yeah. Nice. Yep, you guys are clean. You filled a sack now, and there's still more coins. I think a large sack holds, what, 400?
I don't remember exactly.
I think that's correct. It's either
That
400 or
sounds
600.
right.
But either way, there's more than that. There's a lot more than that. There's a lot of good coin in here. Most of it's silver, but well, half of it's silver. 2/3 of it is silver, I should say. Yeah,
Whitpool, what about your tag along? Could he carry a sack too if we fill another one?
Of course he could. Lum, you can do that, right, Grixel? And Grixel just kind of says, yes, I could.
Yeah, and you see Lum unbundle a sack of it she has herself after she's already used Clink's.
You got to use something else's first. That's always the way. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you start to fill it up and you get more coin. There's a total of about 1,800 coins here, so they're probably taking about at least 3 sacks to carry everything. But yeah, you're filling it up.
Yeah. Between the three of us, we can carry it all, I think, Lum.
Yeah, and we'll let the holy ones, they can carry the holy water.
Or do we need to bring the girl in here?
Well, the waters are supposed to be on top of the structure, right?
Yeah,
Well,
as far as you know, I'll just review. As far as you know, there's supposed to be a shrine, a holy shrine, on top of this area, not inside. On top is what you've heard. It's also ancient and was told to you by a seer. So,
was there another place to go after this? Is there a door in this room?
yeah, there's a passageway that continues to the east, and actually from inside the room now, you can see that it goes down about 30 feet, and there's a door, another one of these black doors.
Well, I watched.
Well, Clink, I was just going to say, I don't think it would hurt. This may not be the water we're looking for, but it probably wouldn't hurt to take some of it with us. It may, who knows, it may repel those shadows or something else.
Well, I feel like I have cleaned myself as per their tradition. I feel like I feel safe now, and that I can explore the rest of this place. I have respected their customs, and so has Servier.
Yes, he makes a good servant.
Does anybody else want to wash or do anything else in this room, or what's your plan?
Yeah, Siebel will.
Yeah,
She'll go over.
Oliver's gonna encourage everyone to do so. He's like, I know, I understand that you're not the religious type, but just for your safety, I think we should observe the rituals that are outlined here.
Oh, I don't have a problem washing my beard.
Okay. You and Llama go wash her face off and her short hair.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Like I said, the water's warm like bath water and very, very clean. And you finish washing and you kind of all, patting yourself dry or whatever. And then you kind of look down and all the basins are empty now. And clean. Like there's no dirt or anything.
Hey.
Yeah, maybe we need to bring the girl here, but we have to make sure that the place is clear first. So let's go up to the top of the tower where the thing is supposed to be. It has to be through this passage, right?
Well, lead on, my friend.
Clink shall, with torch in one hand and sword in the other.
Okay. Yeah, you go down the short passageway. There's another one of these black doors in front of you.
Clink will put her sword up and try and open the black door.
Okay. You open it up and you see scurrying. You see I guess I should explain the room first. You see a spiral staircase that goes up and up. It goes like along the wall, so you can actually see it's almost like a tower going straight up. Of course, it's not really a tower because you're inside of a solid piece of rock, but it's basically a large tube, and you see a staircase going around it, going all the ways up to the top, about 200 feet up, and you can see the sky up there. And you actually see running up the staircase, scared by the door being opened, is a very large lizard. But it seems to be fleeing to the top. Like it probably made its way down, and it flees when you open the door from the fire. So you're coming in from the west wall. This room is round. It's about 30 foot. And to the north, there's another passageway as well.
I think I found the stairs that go up. Also, there's a big lizard in here. I kind of want to eat it.
You want to eat it?
Oh my.
Well, I haven't eaten in a while.
But isn't that like... Well, I don't want to be rude.
Just how big is it?
Not
It's
cannibalism, if that's what
quite
you're
large, about 7 feet long.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
about 7 feet
Clink.
long, Crystal. Yeah.
Wow, 7 feet long?
That one may be a challenge even for you.
Well, I mean, if we could just pull its tail off, that's where all the good meat is.
She's not wrong.
Okay. Do you want me to help you pull the lizard's tail?
Suggest
Well,
killing it first.
Yeah.
Cutting the tail off.
Well, I mean, it just retreated back up the stairs. It seems pretty fast. Maybe we should just follow it to the top.
Okay.
And if it's still up there, then we'll deal with it.
Well, you could just push it off the top then when we get up there and take care of it that way.
We'll see. Link's tummy growls.
It's like that every adventure devolves into food. Okay. Yeah, so you look into this room and there's a stairs going up, and like I said, there's a passageway to the north. When you come into the room, you can't help but see the passageway, what's down there. It only goes about 20 feet and then it's collapsed. So you wouldn't really be able to get past that point. So you take the stairs to the top. Again, it's 200 feet up, and of course you're coming into light now. I mean, there's light in the space. So when you get to the top, you will no longer need your torches, so they obviously can carry them if you'd like. Okay, let's get my top map. And you are now on the top of this this kind of giant cliff, effectively, that's sitting out over the water, and you have a nice view. You can actually see, looking back, as you come up, you can see looking back towards where the Baron is set up. They're said that they've got a little encampment going on over there, and they seem to be they've got a couple of rafts built, and you can see that they've got some fire going and a bit of smoke rising up, and you get this like fresh sea smell, coming over you, but you're not sure what they're cooking because the wind's blowing the other direction. But possibly giant lizard, who knows? And basically this is a forested area. You really can't go to the east, or else you'll fall off the cliff. And so the only way really to go is west/northwest. I mean, it's kind of a matter of just kind of walking around, see what you can see, because there's no path in here at this point. So what we're going to effectively do is go into like a little bit of a hex crawl situation. So Nick, you roll a d6.
Okay. 5.
5. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Another bet. All right, roll another d6 to see if you're surprised by this thing.
Oh.
Nick's got
boy.
good luck. He is
A
not
1?
surprised. You are surprised. Oh, this is not good. This could be a very bad thing. You're all walking, and you don't notice apparently this thing as it you get close enough to it, and you hear beep, 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 beep. La 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 la, and you start hearing some beautiful singing.
Oh
And
no.
that singing is entrancing, and everybody has to make a saving throw versus spells, I believe. Let me just check that to be sure.
Oh, good. My worst one.
Of course.
And Grexel's
All right.
worst one. For Grexel.
Okay. Save versus spells.
Oh, maybe.
I made it by 1.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Grexel failed and I rolled a 19. Nice.
Oh, nice. Okay.
He
Save
only rolled
versus
it.
spells, you said, right?
Yep.
Ooh, 19. Nice.
Wow.
I failed.
Oh. Okay. So those who have failed, you hear this music and you're just like, wow, this is the most entrancing thing I've ever heard. And you start moving into the woods towards the sound. Everybody else, of course, is not. You hear it and you're just like, well, what's that or whatever? And you kind of look up and you can see in a tree about 60 feet away, you see a hideous creature, a woman, but her, who's got this incredibly ugly face, crooked teeth, stringy hair. But she doesn't have a big nose with the wart, though, so she's not a witch. The lower body of her is a giant eagle, and her talons are wrapped around a tree branch, and she has wings coming from her back. In her hand, she's holding what looks to be some kind of an animal that she was probably eating, but then she immediately starts singing. She drops it and mixing somehow into her song, like the way that they throw like a little bit of like a rap into like songs when they're singing. She says, "Ooh, better food for me," and then she continues to sing as those who failed the saving throw start moving towards this hideous harpy. So yeah, what does everybody want to do? Because that's all she does her first run.
Yeah, I did not fail, surprisingly.
Yeah, so only the henchman and the magician. Is that basically our?
Yes, I will grab the henchman and the magician and tie them together so they don't walk towards this thing.
Are you going to hold them back? One of them or both?
I was going to say, I want to try to run up to Grand and karate chop him on the back of the neck to wake him up out of it.
Okay, well then I'll just try to knock Grexel unconscious if you're going to take care of Grant.
Okay. How about Clink? What's your plan?
Clink will protect Rel and Gron and intercept in between the harpy. So attack the harpy, I guess.
Okay, it's up in a tree, 50 feet up.
Okay, well then she'll just protect them from the harpy if the harpy attacks.
Okay. How about Selby?
She's gonna just hold off and just watch and see what that harpy's gonna do. But she'll ready her mace and her shield just to on the safe side.
The brand new beautiful magic shield.
I know.
And Oliver, what's your plan?
Gonna shut that voice down, and then he shoots it with the arrow. Using
Okay,
his
he has
longbow.
a missile attack. Perfect. Okay, let's roll initiative. Crystal. It got a 2.
We got a 3.
Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. So, of course, movement happens first. So those charms keep moving forward, and those who are running to stop them run forward to stop. Okay, so let's see. Loom, you're trying to stop Real, right? How strong are you, Real?
No. Now I've got a strength of 6.
Oh, okay, and Loom's 10.
10.
Okay, so yeah, you're stronger. See, you whack him. It doesn't like wake him up per se, but you're able to like grab his shoulders and you're slowing him down anyways. Ovu, we don't know how strong your henchman is, so let's roll their strength. 6, 5, 2. Okay, so they've got 13 strength. Are you stronger than that? Ovu?
Yes.
Okay, yes, you're able to hold them
Okay.
back. Clink, you get in front to defend them from any harm. Everybody else readies their weapons. And Oliver, make a missile shot against the harpy. Her armor class is 7.
Right, here we go. It's also in short range too. If it's
Yep, short range.
I rolled 16. No, yeah, 16 plus 1. That's 17. Yeah, that's definitely hits. Armor class 0.
Oh, yeah, that definitely is.
And
Yeah,
it's
she's
almost-
basically a naked woman.
Ooh. It's a longbow, but very ugly
Nice.
woman.
Right, very ugly naked woman.
4 points of damage.
Nice. Okay. She screeches out as part of her song and says, "Oh, what a bother! Kill them!" And your henchman turns around and attacks you, Ovo. You can go ahead and roll an attack
Okay.
against yourself.
Okay, let me see. His 2 hit is right here. Okay. He tries to get me with this.
Your pole arm.
Yes. But he hits armor class 9, which means he does not hit me.
All right, so he swings at you wildly. Go ahead, Rel, and attack Loom.
Okay. I rolled an 11.
I'm AC 6.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit anything. Okay, yeah. So you guys are
I'm-
enchanted.
Unhand me, woman!
Okay. So the harpy gets hit. You guys do that. She's still singing. She's like, la 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 la. And she swoops down at the paladin who just shot her with a bow and tries to attack with her claws. She's 2 claw attacks. 13 and 6. I'm sure 13's not hitting anything. I mean, a 6 not hitting anything. Rather, 13 hits an armor class of 4. That's your AC, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my AC.
So, Oliver, you take 1 point of damage from a claw attack as she swoops down and claws into your shoulder. What movement has she got? Okay, she has enough. So she basically swoops down. And she could actually get to you now. Look at it. She swoops down, scratches you with her claw, and then flies back up to another tree. Again, about 50 feet away. Although now she's on the other side, so everybody who's walking towards her turns around and starts walking the other way. So what does everybody like to do? Ovo.
Well, since my Therian retainer just tried to attack me, I'd be like, well, fine then. And I will run to attack the harpy.
Okay. Well, she's up in a tree. Do you have a missile
Oh,
weapon?
that's right. I do. I have a bow.
Would you like to use that?
Yes. Longbow.
Okay. How about Clink?
Blink will say, "Why don't you get down here and fight me face to face, like a real monster?"
Na 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 na. You can't hit me.
For a
Well,
harpy,
well,
she's a terrible singer.
Wow. Now you're like a bard throwing, vicious mockery. What would you like to do, Loom?
Mom is going to
Oh.
look at Grond after he did that and go, "Oh, this is going to hurt, pretty boy." And she's going to leg trip him and take him face first down into the dirt and try to
Okay.
grapple them down.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. I'll have you make an attack against him. We know what you're going to do, Rel. What would you like to do, Sybil? The harpy is in the tree.
I'm going to attempt to use my sling.
Okay, nice. And Oliver?
Same thing as before. Shoot him with the arrow.
Nice. Okay. So let's roll initiative. Crystal. They got a 4.
We got a 5.
Nice. Okay. So movement happens, which the people that are charmed will start to move towards the harpy. Then a melee will happen. No, missiles happen rather, sorry. Which is going to be over with the longbow.
Longbow.
You should be in short range, so you get a +1 for that, I believe.
Okay. You said our armor class was 7.
7, yeah.
So I rolled 15. But yeah, that hits armor class 4. So
Nice.
so in a 1d6. 2 points of damage, but still.
All right, well, better than nothing. Yeah, the arrow sticks into her, and she's like, oh, da, 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 da. Okay. Clink. You had a missile weapon? Or did I lose my... Did I even ask you what you're doing, Crystal? Did I totally skip you somehow?
No, I was trying to get her to attack me, but she will not.
Oh,
so
that's right.
I'm
You were taunting her. Yeah.
standing around doing nothing.
You're taunting the harp. Well, she hasn't attacked yet, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so Sybil, shoot with your sling.
Okay, hold on one second. Where'd my D20 go? Oh, there it is.
I think you should need a 12.
Okay, I got an 18.
That definitely hits.
And then it's a 1d4
D4 for a
damage
sling. Yeah.
according to... I got a 2.
All right. Slingstone bounces off her, and you can see that she's not very happy about all this. Oliver?
With the longbow, here we go. Ooh, I rolled 1.
Oh, okay. No, that does not hit.
Yep.
All right, she's going to swoop down again. Let's see, randomly, who's just going to go after her. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Loom. Make your melee attack against...
You got to try
Growl
to
to
take
knock him
grind of the ground.
ground of the ground.
Oh, God, nat 20.
Nice. All right, Ground, you are eating the dirt. But, saved, I guess.
Nice.
She again yells to the followers to attack. So your henchman swings, tries to attack you again over, and
Okay. I
Grond, you're
will
not
roll.
doing anything. You're facing dirt.
Okay, roll for him. Ooh, I think he hit me that time. He rolled a 19. Yeah, that hits armor class
Yeah.
1.
Ooh, yeah, with a pole arm.
So what's that pole arm do?
D10.
1d10, yeah.
D10. Okay, I'm gonna grab a D10 in my little bag here. There you go.
Smackdown on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Ooh, and he did do 8 points of damage.
Oh. Well, you only hire the best. All right, so you're going to swing down. There's 4 of you potential targets.
He screams out, "Stop hitting yourself!" if he does the.
Right.
Number 2, which is, Clink. The harpy sets upon you.
Nice.
Yeah. I'll allow you to attack her, but since she's flying down at you, before she swoops away. But with a -2. But first she's going to attack you.
Okay, sounds good.
7, which doesn't hit anything. And 12, which hits armor class 5. Which
Does
also
not hit
misses
me.
you. All right, go ahead. You can make an attack with a -2 as she swoops away.
Yeah, I got a nat 1, so like she comes like scooping at me, and I'm like, ah, just like
Somebody
flailing.
has like a bat in your hair. Oh man. Okay. Cool. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. She's feeling pretty confident as she lands in the tree again, and she's like doing like a rap battle where she's like calling you out. You think you can attack, but you really can't hit me because I'm the flying harpy of this island.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't really rhyme because she's not very good. She's like one of the low ranking harpies on But anyways, what's everybody doing? Ovo.
Well, I am can't help myself. I'm going to try to kill my henchman.
Okay.
Oh no!
I mean, he just hit you with the lum. What's your plan? You're
Yeah,
holding
she's just gonna keep holding Gron on the ground. She hopes.
Okay. Clink.
Oh, Clink is gonna go. You took me by surprise. Come at me again.
Okay. Reality, would you like? You're gonna try to escape, I guess.
Yeah,
do that.
I'll
We'll
try
do something
to-
out of contested.
Yeah, I'm gonna try, obviously, because if I'm still under the spell of this harpy, I want to get out, and I'm gonna sit there. Well, I'll wait until it's my turn to try, and then I'll say what I have
Yeah.
to say.
Perfect. Sebel, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to use my sling at her, but I'm gonna try to hit her in the head if I can. Maybe I
headshot,
can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a headshot.
All right. We'll say -2 to the attack, but you can do that for sure.
Okay.
All right. Oliver, what's your plan?
The arrow.
All right. Perfect. Let's roll initiative, Crystal. 2 for the harpy.
We got a 6.
All right. Go first. Okay. Missiles happen first. So boom, 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 mo. Sebel, go for it.
All right, here we go. Get the dice out of the way. I got a 15.
Okay, and you needed 12, so 15 minus 2 is 13. So yeah, that still hits. All right, I'll just say it's max
Yay.
damage. So 4 points. All right, yeah, you whack her right in the head with the stone.
Okay.
She kind of you see like the circles of birds flying around her head, but they're instead of birds, they're like little tiny harpies.
Ah!
All right, and Oliver.
Oliver, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna break it all down and shoot a harpy, and when it comes down, I'll be happy. And I
do have a question after
I
this.
rolled okay. I rolled natural 20, and I
Nice.
rolled the maximum damage.
All right, tell me how you kill the harpy.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes down. He's like, let me break it all down, and he says it, and the harpy's like, what? And as it's looking at him with this dumb expression, the arrow flies out and just goes right through the throat.
Yep, and the song stops. Ral, you are
And he drops the arrow. He drops the bow.
Instead of the mic, drops the bow. He sticks a bow. Yeah, so Rel, you're no longer compelled to move towards the harpy, nor is the henchman. Would you still like to kill your henchman?
Well, no,
I
I'm
get
still being held to the ground, though, right?
Yes, you are. Yeah, but you
Yeah,
are no
so-
longer compelled.
Yeah, well, I'm still gonna try and. All I know is that suddenly, Loom is like on top of me, holding me down to the dirt. So I'm like struggling to get away from her. I'm like, for God's sakes, unhand me, you brutish trollop! And I'm like trying to smack at her with pretty much. Yeah, I'll roll a d20. Yeah, I got a 2, so I pretty much no success whatsoever.
When he does that, she is going to try to knee him in the parts that are not protected.
Oh, God. Making an attack.
Oh my gosh, that's 18 on the die.
Okay,
well,
so
no children for you.
you'll be speaking it with a higher pitch for a little bit. Ovo, did you want to attack your henchman?
No.
He seems to
If I
stop
see
for a second.
that he stopped and the harpy's dead, I've got my sword like over his head, ready to crack down, and I like put it down. We're like, oh. So, and then I look at him and I go, "It was a good blow. Try and do that on our foes next time."
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. You did see how beautiful she was, so didn't you?
We're all beautiful in our own way.
Pink is over there, like, trying to fix her armor and stuff, like she didn't have a total freak out a while ago. Kind of like runs her hand across her fin.
Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that. Okay, so you kind of recover from the scuffle. There's a dead harpy, of course. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously it's a harpy, so she didn't leave any tracks or anything, so you're not really sure which direction to go at this point. So, Tony, roll a d6 to see how much closer you get to the
That's a 3.
3. Oh, okay. So as you're wandering further, you see a what looks to be like some kind of like a burial marker, kind of here in the ground, and it is. Let me just do a quick roll here. Just faster to do this way. Engine level. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, it's got a kind of an interesting like symbol that looks like the sun rising up over, you know, the horizon, like you've not seen this before. It's sitting on top, kind of like, you know, you got the marker. It's got some writing on it, probably whoever died or whatever. And then on top, there's this kind of almost like statuette kind of symbol sitting on top, and it is in fact made of platinum. So you see it sitting there on top of this, which is what you imagine is probably a grape. Oh, actually, you have somebody who speaks Draconic. So you look at it and you can see that this is a marker that, and what it says is, may the waters always be pure. And sitting on top is this kind of thing. It looks like the sun rising over water. It's like almost like a half globe thing sitting on top, made of platinum.
We'll probably need this later, won't we?
Yeah, maybe it's what the girl needs.
How big is it?
It's like as big as maybe like a large grapefruit.
Oh, okay.
It's not quite round though. It's kind of like half. Like if you can imagine, like it's like half a ball, and then the front's flat, basically.
It says, may the waters always be pure. It's like a bowl.
Yeah. If you pick it up and turn it this way, you could actually put liquid inside of it. Sure.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna take some water from my water skin and pour it into the thing.
Okay. All right. There's water in it.
Okay. Nothing happens.
I mean, you just got water in it. I mean,
Okay.
Why don't you let Gron? He looks pretty. He's still kind of green face. Maybe he should drink some of it.
Yeah, Gron, are you thirsty?
No. He's still holding his private parts.
You
All
think
right.
it will heal? Because my henchman gave me a pretty good whack.
Maybe. Do you want to try?
I'll try it.
Well, here you go.
I shall try it.
okay. It is refreshingly cool water. It does not seem to have any kind of effect on your body
Oh, okay.
or mind.
All right. I look at him and go, it's just regular hydration, guys.
Okay. Well, here for your wounds, and I'm gonna take the healing potion I started with, and I'm gonna give it to Whirlpool there.
Oh, I like that name, Whirlpool. That's my name from now on. Everyone call me that.
Whirlpool,
I don't have my glasses on, so
It's fine. No, I like it. Like I said, that's my name. And I say, everyone is so very nice giving me their potions. Thank you so much. You are all my best friends, and I will heal up a little bit.
Who else is hurt?
4 points.
I'm only hurt in my pride.
Oliver took a little bit of damage, but not much. In that combat, but nobody else did. Besides,
Yeah, I just took 1 point of damage, so I'm good.
Okay, because I do have one more cure light wounds, and I also have that staff.
Yeah, I have one more healing potion. I'm gonna put that bowl away in one of my small sacks and tie it to my hip.
Okay. You now have it in a small sack tied to your hip. It's heavy. It's platinum, but maybe it's a good weight. And with that, roll a d6, Crystal.
Okay. Let me get the worst result for us. 2.
2. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you continue to wander across the island. It's hard to keep track of exactly where you are, but you think you're getting close to the center of the island. Based on just how thick the foliage is and stuff. And you actually come across another one of these markers that says the same thing. The waters always be pure. And sitting on top is another one of these ornaments. This one is gold.
Well, who wants the gold one? I got the platinum one.
I'll take the gold one.
Yeah, we'll most definitely need it.
You'll need it when you go to the tavern to buy some food. Okay. Rush, roll a d6 as you guys continue through.
All right. I got a 2.
All right. Oh, interesting. Okay. Roll a d6 to see if you're surprised.
Oh, shit. 6.
You are not. So you hear a fluttering in the trees, and you look up, and you see an incredibly ugly. Like, you thought the first one was ugly.
Oh, boy.
This one is like the pretty sister. That one was like the pretty sister, I should say, compared to this one. Still no long nose of the wart, though, so we know she's not a witch. She raises up her wings, and she's actually holding a battle axe.
Oh my gosh.
And she says, she swings it this way like it's a guitar, and she starts singing in like kind of a terrible, like heavy metal type ballad, or that's what she's about to do. But let's roll initiative to see what happens. But first, what's everybody doing? You see a harpy?
Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
Well,
I can see how far away she is.
Siebel's gonna yell out, "Cover your ears!"
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You're not surprised. So you definitely could do that. She's 90 feet away. Uvo, what would you like to do?
Not bow.
Okay. Loom?
Yep, missile.
All right. Clink?
Spell.
Nice. Real?
Hold on. I have to look up the spell to see if I can reach. Hold
Okay.
on.
All right, I'll come back to you. Wait a second.
yeah.
Sybil?
She's gonna ready her sling again.
Okay. Oliver?
Bow.
All right, nice. Did you figure it out, Rush?
Yeah, it says the range is only 10 feet.
Oh, well, then that's not very far. You'll
No,
have to get much closer then.
that
What spell
sucks.
is it?
Web.
Oh, yeah, you got to be close to somebody to cast a web spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Put yourself real
and-
close.
Yeah, in that case, I'm just going to do nothing for the moment.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so longbow, you'll be in medium range. Medium range for a short bow as well. Sling, you are actually in long range, so you're going to be at a -1 when you make your attack mode.
Is
Okay.
it greater than
Okay.
70 feet? Or
It's 90 feet away.
okay, gotcha.
She's 90 feet away right currently. Although she's going to close that gap because she has a battle axe. But first, she's going to play her music on it. She's like, "Oh, we have to roll initiative." Rush D6. She got a 5.
I also got a 5.
All right. Simultaneous initiative. She's like, "Dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun." And
Touch
she's going to
not
try to.
this awesome
yeah.
axe.
Let's see. So does technically missile happens before spellcasting, and this is treated as spellcasting. So you'll all it's simultaneous. You'll all get your missile shots off first. So Obo, shoot.
All right. Nope. That's an 8. It doesn't hit anything.
Okay, Loom.
Yeah, she swings her short bow off of her shoulders and Takes aim, and that is AC 3
Well, that hits.
for 5.
Nice. Oh, that's a good hit. Okay. Clink.
Clink
it's your
is doing a
spell, right?
Yep.
That's right. Okay. Sorry. So is we also don't do anything. So Mo with the sling. Remember, -1 to the attack.
I got a 6.
Okay. Even
not
with
gonna
the
hit
minus
nothing.
one, that would have missed you. And Oliver finally.
$14 and 6, so that hits AC 3.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, 6 points of damage.
Okay. She's barely up, but she gets her. She's like, 'cause she gets hit. Oh yeah. Well, shit happens simultaneously with Clink's spell. What's your spell, Clink?
Clink is casting magic missile.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So it may not matter if her spell works or not because you may kill her because she's got pretty low hit points. So go ahead and do your attack first.
I did 5 points of damage.
Oh yeah, that kills her. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, she's
So-
like, oh.
like the arrow hits and Clink opens up her mouth and shoots like a bolt of lightning at the arrow and like it fries her.
Nice. Yeah, so your magic breath weapon spits out, and just as she's about to hit the high note and cast her magical song, she casts no song and falls dead to the ground.
Well, that was something.
Clink starts coughing as like smoke is coming out of her mouth. Gets me every time.
I just hand him a water. I hand her a water skin, like without even looking. I just hand it over, like because Rail's totally impressed with that.
But if
Yeah,
you want the
she'll take
wine,
it.
you got to go for the henchman.
Yeah,
Ah,
she'll take the water.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
All right. Mo, roll a d6 for me.
Okie dokie. I got a 6.
Nice. Fantastic. Okay. Yeah. So you drink the water and you're feeling a little better, and now you're kind of thinking, because you saw this harpy approaching. So you start moving in that direction, knowing there's something going on here. You're seeing quite a few of these things up here. And you end up you see the ground start to seem a little more clear, and you notice that you're actually treading upon what was once a path lined with well-placed stone. It's been mostly covered by soil over the years and years and years. But as you're walking, you can feel the wind a little bit coming through the trees, like you're getting close to basically the other side. And you step out onto effectively a pathway, and you can see it goes down about 100 feet, and there are 4 columns set, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like basically in a row. And then behind that, there's a raised dais, and on that raised dais is a giant bowl made of stone. You can see there's runes etched all around it. And what you can see, though, is that there is a ton of leaves and branches and all kinds of other paraphernalia sticking out of this thing. And sitting in there are 2 harpies. Now, let me just see if they are surprised by you. They are surprised. So you pop out of the woods. Let me see exactly how far away you are. Well, actually, you're pretty far away. You are, you're about 600 feet away at this point, and you can see the harpies. They don't see you at this point, but you're about to step out of the woods, which make you more open to them. They're just kind of like hanging out there. Maybe they're sitting on eggs. It's hard to know what they're doing. They're inside what is effectively, they've turned this shrine into a nest. And you see 2 of them.
Well, guys, there's something I could do since they don't see us, but if we don't want to cause a stir, I could kind of drink this little drink I have, and no one will see me. I could walk up there and basically walk up behind one of them and just completely stab them in the back, unaware.
That sounds wonderful.
For once, I truly hope that this succeeds. Go right ahead.
Yes, it's not the warrior's way, but you're no warrior.
Well, if it does succeed, servant, we're going back after that last gem. Deal?
Sounds good. And I shall have to spend about half a year atoning for my sins.
You'll be fine.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you can you drink the potion of invisibility, and you can very easily walk up to them. I mean, you're outside and it's noisy, so I'm not even going to make that. You'll have to make a move silent roll for that, especially when you're invisible. They don't notice you. You can definitely get up there and backstab one. Go for it. So +4 to hit. Double damage.
Oh, here we
What are you
go.
backstabbing with, a polearm?
No, I'm going to use my sword.
Nice.
Oh, wow, nat 20 again. Wow.
And a
Wow,
nat 20
what
on
a
the
strike.
backstab.
And
All right.
3 damage, so double would be 6.
Okay. All right, double damage. So 6. So okay, so that does in fact actually let me roll her hit points. Okay. All right, yep. That sticks deeply into the harpy, but it unfortunately does not kill her. Oh. The other harpy has much fewer hit points. But yeah, so you stick it into the harpy's back and she screams out, and then they turn and they look at you, and one of them they look at each other and then they start a duet. It's like that was the Grammy Awards with Barbra Streisand and Neil Diamond, and they're kind of like walking towards each other singing this duet. So that's basically what's happening right now, and you'll have to make a saving throw versus spells. To see if you
Oh, I
are
did it last
charmed.
time. Let's see this
Is
time.
that all of us?
No, yeah, I guess so. You could all hear him. You're close enough.
Oh, I did make it 17.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And my plan is I'm going to, after I stab her and they see me, I'm going to try to run back towards where my party is, and try to entice them to follow me.
Okay. Did anybody fail?
Oh yeah, both of my dudes failed.
Oh, man.
Oh,
And my paladin failed.
Oh no!
and my
All right.
Dragonborn failed.
Oh my god!
Stop.
We're rolling against what'd you
Spells.
say? Spells?
Spell.
I actually passed this one.
I got a nat 20 on it.
Yes. All right.
Nice.
Nice. I got
So
a
much of the
16
party
over 50.
steps out of the cover and starts walking towards the harpies.
Oh boy.
As the thief is charging back towards the party.
Yeah, she's like, where are y'all going?
They're so beautiful, Lum. Can't you see it? I can see it now. I couldn't see it last time, but now I can.
I can't believe you were going to harm those beautiful songstresses. I ought to kill you for that.
What? So what is the plan? Rel and Seville, you're the only two that. And
All right,
Lum,
so
of course.
I'm going to take my shirt and I'm going to start ripping pieces off and start trying to stuff them in those other people's ears. My party.
How
Hoping
far?
that'll help.
How far away are they again?
The
Now?
harpies they're about 600 feet away from you guys, so it's gonna be a bit before people get there. Yeah, well, you're gonna run at full pace, so well, as they walk, it just says move towards. So I'll say that they'll run towards. Why not? Why wouldn't you?
Well, I can't do anything to them when they're that far away.
Yeah. Would you like to get closer?
By myself?
Well, and Seville. And Lama's
but
coming
she's-
back towards you.
She's not coming with me. She's stuffing cloth in people's ears.
Well, they're
I'm gonna
running.
try.
They're running ahead of you. You'll have to chase them.
Yeah, I'm going to have to
Oh.
chase after them.
Okay. Are they running toward the harpies?
Yes, they are.
Okay, yeah. Then let's do that. Okay.
So, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to convince. I'm going to grab one of them. In fact, I'll grab Clink, and I'll try to convince Clink. You know, if you love these harpies so much, maybe give them an offering. Maybe there's some pretty flowers over here. Maybe pick some flowers and give them to them, and then hopefully that will stop Clink long enough where I can stuff cloth in Clink's ears.
Okay. All right. I like this. Clink, make a saving throw versus spells. see if-
Okay.
to see if you are convinced to get the flowers.
I am not convinced.
No.
Instead,
No.
God
Clink says,
damn
"You're
it."
right. I should give them an offering." And she will pull out that platinum bowl and hold it up to the harpies.
Okay. And
And
just
also,
like,
Daniel Lum, once Lum notices that some of them are entranced by him, she wants to stop within short bow range, and she's going to turn around and start shooting at the harpies.
at the harpies? Okay. Yeah, you can do that this round. So they're moving forward. I mean, you can run it 3 times your regular rate, so it won't take very long for them to get to the harpies or for you to do that. So, okay. So let's just... the harpies aren't going to do anything at this point. They're going to hope that you guys are going to fight for them. So, so I'll say that... I guess the only person actually doing an attack this round necessarily will be you. So go ahead, Lum, and shoot the harpies.
Yep.
Shoot at
I'm
the
going to
harpies.
shoot at the one that backstab. I'm going to take aim at that one.
Okay.
Yeah, 19 on the die for 4.
Oh, nice. For 4 damage?
Yep, 4 damage with a short
Okay.
bow.
Yep. Stabs into her. She does not like that. Oh, okay. Okay, so at this point now, the party is approaching. Actually, they're gonna. So your short bow distance, which is only what? So you did short range for a short bow, so you're like 60
Yeah,
feet away.
I'm within short range, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 50 feet. Okay, so the party's not to you yet. So you can actually get 2 rounds of shooting before the party gets to you.
All right, I'll shoot at the same one again, the injured one. Ooh, that's probably going to miss. Armor class 7.
That's her armor class.
Oh, is it 4? 4 more damage.
Oh, okay, yeah, she dies actually. Check the morale on the other one. Okay, wow, that was lucky for you. The other one takes off and flies out over the water. Yeah, hold on. Yep, she flies 150. She flies out over the water, and everybody who's charmed is still charging towards the harpies. The harpy. She's like, "Come to me, come to me." She's doing both parts of the duet now. It's pretty impressive. So what was your plan? Everybody else, Rel and so that didn't work, obviously. So they're running. Are you running with them? Like, what's everybody else doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to run with them, and if I need
You,
to,
you should counter sing.
yeah.
It's a song off.
Oh no! Challenge the harpy to a song. Yeah.
I don't think I have any magical powers for that, but what she's gonna do is she's gonna try to grab a hold of Oliver. She's gonna run, and then she's gonna try to leap on his back, and then try to stuff his ears.
Okay. Make it an attack, a melee attack. Actually, it's from behind, so at +2.
All right. So she's gonna try to get somebody to convinced. All right, let's see. I got a 3.
Okay, you leap.
I won't
and
be doing nothing.
you collapse on the ground.
Oh
How
well,
about-
I tried.
how about, it was a good idea. Real, what's your plan?
I'm just gonna keep moving with them until I can get within 10 feet. I don't have anything else I could.
Well, she flew out over the water at this point. But the rest of your party well, you're faster than them, so you're actually ahead of them. You see everybody else running towards the harpy who is out over the water right now. All
Okay.
running towards as if they're going to go run off the side, basically.
Let me see what this. Ooh, you know what I could do? Hold on. Crap, that's a clerical spell. Hold on. As a user. Hold on. Ooh. Well, this one says 120 feet.
Okay.
Well, okay. So who exactly is charmed and running?
Everybody but you, me, and Loom.
Right.
Okay.
Right,
So,
the current situation is most of the group is running towards the harpy who is now floating over the
I got you.
the 200-foot cliff. Loom is standing there shooting with her bow, and Sebel is face first in the dirt currently because she tried to jump an alarm and fell down.
Yeah, I tried
right.
to tackle
Yeah.
Oliver.
So I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh. I am going to target Whirlpool, who is
Okay.
charmed.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to literally counter charm by charming Whirlpool back to our side. So the harpies have charmed him and are making him run to the water. I'm going to try to now charm him, if this is allowable.
Okay. That
And-
sounds reasonable.
Make him not do that and go back. See if I can just get him to remember who he is or whatever.
Okay. That sounds reasonable. Well, I mean, the harpy is 3 hit dice, and you are also 3 hit dice, so you're about equal in power. So let's just do a straight up roll off. Roll d20 against the harpies. Oh my god. They rolled a 2. So don't roll
all
a
right.
1. And
Yeah, I rolled a 16. So
all right, yeah. Yeah, you turn around and yeah, tell me how you convince Ovu to stop and I guess try to fight the harpies.
So I get right up behind him and I start casting and whispering into his ear about trust me, she's not nearly as pretty as she looks. In fact, she's quite hideous. He said and just whispering stuff like that until I get him and says, remember who you are. And I get him and I say, now do as I say.
Yep. All right. Overlooks back at Real. Oh, you're right. She's hideous.
See, I told you.
Yeah. What do you want? What should I do now?
Kill everything that's not us.
Us as in you and me?
No, us as in all of the people you showed up here with.
All right. And
Okay.
I'll pull my
What do you
bow
have,
to
a
do the
long
harp.
bow?
Yes.
All right, it's going to be long range for sure. 'cause she's
I
out over the
figured.
water.
Yeah. Yep.
So -1.
Okay. Can I try now?
Go for it.
Nope. I looked back at Real and said, I tried. I have failed.
That's
you."
okay. Keep trying.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
Rose
so
is
I got-
landing- Yeah, you
First
got
you
it. Go ahead, Tony.
I got 2 questions. Number 1 is, would I be able to see where I'm at? Will I be able to see maybe that Ovu is back to their senses now? Would I be able to notice that?
Yeah, I'm
problem?
going to say you're about lined up with them. That's kind of where I put everybody. So
And
yeah, Ovu's,
also,
like,
the
right next to
second
you.
question would be: is how far is Clink and them from running over the edge yet? Are they getting closer to the edge of the cliff?
Yes, well, they're at about the same distance as you are, which is about 200 or so feet. Well, from the harpy, which is about 160 feet. They'll probably run over next round.
It'll be long range for bow, short bow, I guess.
You're going to be long range, yep.
Yeah, I'm going to do my bow, but I'm going to yell at Ovu, knowing that he's back on our side. I'm going to go, take your rope of climbing, and try to throw it around Clink and trip him up.
Okay. I look at Real. That's okay, right? Because he charmed me, right? So.
Well, it's not 100, but
Yes.
BX just makes him like your friend or whatever. It's not like
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will try
okay.
that next
Yeah, you
time.
can definitely do that. All right. Yeah. So there's a couple of columns there. So I guess you could throw the rope climbing to one of the columns and have it stretch across it to trip Clink. Clink,
Yes,
you're
that's
trying
what
to avoid that, of course. Roll a d20 under your dexterity to jump over the rope climbing.
Rail's
Okay.
answer to Ovu would be, do everything that woman says. She'll smack you in the nethers.
I got a 13 and my dex is a 14.
Oh, so you failed.
I got
Perfect.
one
Okay.
under.
That's what you want then. Yeah, so that's what you want, even though you want it to fail. Yeah, so you're running up and you try to jump over the rope, and it's like the rope just kind of goes up a little bit, just and you trip and you fall on your face, which will delay you 1 round. However,
And the platinum ball goes flying off the edge.
so well, go ahead and make your attack with your short bow, Tony.
Short bow, -1.
I have no
okay.
pressure, but if you don't kill the harpy this round, then probably Oliver's going over.
Armor class 5.
That hits.
but only 2 points.
Oh, it's not enough. Okay. This harpy's very weak, but not that weak. Oliver, make a save versus spells because you're basically committing suicide, so I'm not going to allow you to just do it automatically. You get another saving throw before you step over the edge.
Saving throw versus spell. Come on, baby.
Come on.
Come on, do it.
I have one more trick up my sleeve if you fail.
I
No,
failed.
you can't if you- Oh,
I was gonna ask.
yeah. go ahead.
Jinxed him.
I do have I have one more spell. I have protection from evil. Would that help?
You could try it.
Okay.
Did you miss your
Okay.
saving throw by 1, John?
I missed it by 2, 3. No, I missed it by 5.
All right, it's not enough then. Unfortunately, it only gives you a benefit of 1 to your saving throw. So yeah, see, he's not as protected as he'd like to be as he goes over. Sorry, but the paladin has leaped to his death. And the henchman.
Oh, I
Of
thought
course,
you
'cause
said
nobody
we had
paid-
one more round to go.
Oh no, I said this. If it doesn't work this round, he's gone. Yeah, everybody's doing their thing.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't
Shit.
get a chance to try my protection from evil, or is that something that?
No, you did. You cast it, and it wasn't.
Oh,
enough.
Oh.
Yeah, well,
Hey.
because it gives him a benefit on his saving throw, so it would have helped him, but he didn't.
Oh,
you know,
man.
Oh.
Oh, in that
damn it.
case, I don't have an extra trick up my sleeve. I thought we had one more round to go to run.
Oh no! They were. Well, hold on. What kind of armor are you wearing, y'all?
I am wearing a chainmail armor.
Yeah, because he had 200 feet to clear.
I got chainmail
No,
armor.
not 200. 200 feet to the harpy, but the harpy's floating out. 150 feet is how far you had to go.
Ew.
What's your movement there with chainmail? 60?
Chainmail.
You move 3
No.
times your. When you're running, you run 3 times
Oh,
your
okay.
speed. Yeah, so you ran off. 180 is what you could run.
Yep.
Because you could run 3 times your speed for a short period of time. So no, unfortunately, no. He runs off the side. That's why I said if you don't kill the harpy with that arrow, he's gone.
No.
Oliver
both-
and the
both of them
henchman.
missed. Yeah,
Oliver
henchman as
and the
well.
henchman like run off the side, and everybody's like, "No, Oliver!"
Who cares about the henchman?
The paladin goes down.
Oh no.
200 feet into the water. I mean, going 200 feet down the water doesn't automatically kill you, so let's pause there for a second and let's see what else happens. So,
Cool.
we'll see, right? Wait to this. All right, so the harpy's still. Let's see if she tries to run. Oh, yep, she's bailing. Okay, the harpy's gonna take off, but anybody who has a
Of
bow
course
can
she
shoot
is.
at her before she leaves.
Yeah, never bow shot, man.
Yep.
Oh no, that's bad. I'll miss.
I actually hit her this time.
Is that the first bow
Damage.
shot you've hit today?
Yes, I am much better with my sword. Ooh, 6 points of damage.
That kills her. She
Oh,
turns
God.
to fly,
Oh,
and the
way!
arrow, right to her. Yeah, that harpy only had 5 hit points. She drops with the wings spinning.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, and Clink gets up, to start moving towards the edge, and the spell is broken. All right, y'all.
Oh,
Let's see if you survive down there.
Quick question, actually. Would
Yep.
Grexel have run over?
Yeah, he ran off the side. He's gone.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, he's gone. Okay.
Nobody cared
Poor
about him.
Grexel. Nope.
Ooh.
All right, so there's not much of a chance. We'll say there's a 5% chance that you survive a 200-foot fall into the water in plate mail. Or chainmail, rather.
Chainmail.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. All right. Well,
Let's do
Daniel,
it.
you want to roll for me?
Chainmail
No,
does
you-
not protect against bludgeoning.
That's a lot of
damage.
pressure.
Yeah,
All right.
Daniel
There we
does not
go.
like getting blood on his hands.
Come on, man. We've seen worse happen.
Oh no! What did the other
Come
one go?
on.
No, I rolled 90 on the percentile, so
Not even close.
You died really bad.
91.
Yeah.
91
Right.
is what I got.
It was about
Wow.
as terrible as it possibly
man.
could be. You fell down and you hit every cliff on the way down.
It looks
See
like
that one episode of Simpsons when Homer
I was
Simpson
just about to
tries
say it.
to
Yes,
over
yes.
Springfield Gorge?
Yep.
And then And then then you hit the ground, you hit the water, and there's a little bit of life left in you, and you look up, and the harpy spins down and lands on your head, and then you sink on the ground.
Oh man.
This looks like a shirt of chainmail at the bottom with V8 pouring out of it. That's all that's left.
Oh, God. So you approach the nest. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying. I feel really really bad because I was gonna cast web because I figured everybody who was running would be fairly close together, and I was gonna just hit a whole like 10-foot square of web and try and ensnare everybody who was running. But I guess because I'm so inexperienced at playing a caster, I did things in the reverse order. So
It happens.
I could have saved you.
That probably would have worked, but live and learn.
Young's like, wait till next game, son of a bitch.
And less importantly,
Live and
we may
learn, he
could have
says.
saved Preston.
But my character's dead.
Anyway,
Oh, man.
Nice. So you go up to the bowl. Basically, it's up there. It's clearly been desecrated by these harpies and turned into their nest. It will need to be, a cleric can clearly see that this just needs to be cleaned out, and probably using some of that magical water from below. If it's like brought up here in buckets or whatever, you could probably cleanse this thing and make it work with its healing properties again. As you read the writing on the outside, because Clink didn't die, thankfully. Actually, Rel also speaks dragon.
Yes.
It's the rainwater that falls into this shrine that makes it heal. So, but the water below would probably, if you do something to clean it with. So you can definitely clean that up. But you also see that in there are, the bottom is lined with copper coins, possibly donations or whatever. You're not 100% sure about that. 5,000 copper pieces in there. But besides that, there's 4 pieces of jewelry as well that don't look like they're ancient, like they were probably taken from victims of the harpies. So they don't look like they're part of this area or the shrine at all. And so you can recover that treasure if you'd like. Three pieces worth 900 gold pieces apiece, and 1 piece worth 1,400 gold pieces. So that's pretty sweet. And with that done, you have effectively cleared the shrine. You just know that it'll take some time to actually get it cleansed, and that's probably work for, the Baron's men.
Lesser
And the
people.
priests. Exactly. You are the heroes. You don't need to deal with that.
Clean up
I realize
for
that-
others.
Yes. Unfortunately, the paladin will now find their atonement in another place, because the harpies have taken them with their song.
It was a harsh
Alright, so-
price to pay.
Oh!
Oh God!
Just go sit in a corner.
Oh, that's just terrible.
So bad. And right now, Crystal's sitting at her desk going,
I totally am. I was
You
thinking
know,
of
that
adding,
joke just got me all ruffled.
oh, sorry. All of you go
Oh
to hell.
boy.
You know what?
Alright,
You
so-
got nothing to say.
So as sun sets on the realm, and the Baron's daughter will be healed soon, the party collects their treasures, counts their coin. Let's see how it will end for our adventurers. Ovu, how does this story end for you? Where do you go next? What happens with Ovu?
Well, he feels bad about Grexel, but not that bad considering the amount of damage that Grexel did to him with that pole arm. So he's kind of like, well, henchman, easy come, easy go. And he looks over at Lum and he's like, I think we both need that drink now. And then shall we try to find some other tomb to plunder? Or shrine. We can do shrine as well. And that's how it ends for him.
Nice. How about Loom? How does it end for Loom?
Yep, she invites them all to meet her at the Raspy Raven Roadhouse with the drinks and food that she promised. And as they gather there, the large table she has reserved, there's 2 empty chairs with 2 full mugs sitting there, one of them for Grexel and one of them for Oliver. And she looks over at Whitpool and she goes, well, I had to use some of the money to buy their share to get them a drink, but we'll toast them and yeah, let's go into the next tomb. Grand. Next time I tackle you to the ground, don't get up, my friend. That's how it ends for Loom, the thief.
Nice. How about Clink? How does it end for the Dragonborn? The first and only PX Dragonborn.
Clink will tap her mug to the empty mug of Oliver and say, "You will be missed." And then she looks to the other mug and go, "You too, I guess." And then she drinks her ale.
The poor henchman. How about Rail? What's
So-
life like for Rail?
After meeting at the Raspy Raven and whatnot, he has his drink. He eats his food. Does the strength drain from the shadows? Does that go away over time, or is it
Yeah,
permanent?
it does.
Okay.
Yeah, after a couple hours.
So as he assumed, a good meal and a good drink is all it takes, and then the scene ends with Rail after the next morning after the Raspy Raven. He is, some would see him standing in front of the local armorer, and he's standing up there, and the armorer kind of looks at him a little oddly, knowing that he's a wizard, and wizards typically don't wear armor. And he's having a conversation, and he's like, "Oh yes, the our last endeavor went exceptionally well, except for one small part." And he takes out a piece of paper with like a triangular drawing on it, and he's like, "I wonder how difficult would it be for you to perhaps manufacture this metal cod piece?" And and with that, he fades to black.
And the cup was invented. All right. Mo, tell us how it ends for Sybil.
So, she is sad that Oliver is gone because, he was a fellow follower like she was. So she says a prayer for him, and then she makes her way over to the Raspy Raven to enjoy the 1 cup of ale that she will allow herself. And then after that, she's going to head back home with the money that she had earned from this trip, and hope that this will help her town get back to its fruitful self like it should be.
Excellent. And finally, our paladin. What's it like for Oliver in the afterlife?
Oliver,
Oh,
right
gosh.
before the end of his life, he falls down 200 feet from the cliff, and as the water rushes up to him, he's like, "What just happened?" And as soon as that realization hits, he hits the water, and after that, he gets out of the water and he looks up and he sees 5 saints holding up signs ranging from number ranging from 7 to 9, and they're all clapping, "Yay!"
Oh God!
What? Oh gosh.
Nice. And with that, we end the adventure.
I mean, I want my afterlife to have a sense of humor. So hey,
With the Lost Shrine. So thanks, guys. I hope you had fun. That was really cool.
no problem.
And yeah.
So
A lot of fun.
I look forward to watching the video about how it should have gone.
yeah, is the video going to discuss the process? You said creating an adventure using this process. Is the video you're getting ready to post going to have the process in it as well?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's going to be about
Okay.
making the it'll be how I made this and
Cool.
my comments of how I think it might go. We'll see how it lined up.
All right, awesome.
As you can imagine, I wasn't expecting a Dragonborn, but other than that, yeah. So thanks, guys.